And we are live. Welcome back to the live stream, or welcome to the live stream. It started. We have a total of 0 viewers right now. So I'll wait till people get in here. Listen to me talking to myself. Yep. 2 watching now. Okay. There we go. What's up, Zach? How's it going? I wonder who number 2 is. Is number 2 one of my computers? Could be. Who knows? Oh, let's see. I'd like to welcome everybody to the live stream that's in here. Go ahead and post up in the chat. Say hello. Let me know you're here. I have the link should be pinned. What's up, Rattle Trap? I have the link pinned at the top of the chat. So if you want to join me on the panel, go ahead. Sublime, how's it going? Nice seeing you again. Oh, what a day. What a day. I noticed as I was sitting here waiting to go live that I had the title spelled wrong. I did not spell wasted correctly. I forgot the S. I have fixed it, but hey, it happens. Don't usually do that. Connection has been made. What's up, Zach? Welcome to the chat.
Yep.
Welcome to the panel. Oh, how's everybody doing? Oh, and here's a surprise visitor. I'm waiting to see if it's actually him, because I don't see a camera. Yeah, I fixed the title. It's showing up correctly on mine now and on everything else. You just have to. It's wasted. What's up with the title? Youth is wasted on the young, and there goes the other person who came in. They did not stay.
Yep.
Well, they did. I don't think they had a good connection. There's Mike. There he is.
It's been funny, and I'm not on my phone.
Oh, what are you on?
iPhone 8.
Whose phone?
My same iPhone I've had for years is a backup Wi-Fi phone.
Oh, you still have that?
Yep, just in case for when I break my phones once a year.
I look like a felon. What do you mean I look like a felon? Oh, my new thumbnail for the channel. Okay, yeah. It was a decent picture I took in my old garage when I was taking pictures for something else, and I was making weird faces at the camera.
I was making weird faces.
Well, you've seen it. You've seen the look.
I think I did, but I'm on this iPhone. I'm not going to exit out of this because I don't trust it.
Oh, okay. Where's your phone?
Broken.
Again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that why I haven't heard much from you?
Yeah, but I haven't had a phone. I just broke it probably like 5 days ago. I just
That's
sat
5
on
days
it.
too long.
I sat on it like I normally do every day in my back pocket, and I went to go click the screen, and it had like a white line going down, and the second I touched it, the whole LCD screen went out.
You know, I understand women have to do that in their back pocket because they don't have big front pockets, but God, I could not put mine in my back pocket. I'd break my phones because it's just a stupid place to put a phone.
It's the first time I've ever done that.
Well, first time for everything.
I'll have a fun Friday.
I had some other pictures I was going to send you earlier, and I totally spaced it. To go along with that one, I found a marketplace. The General Wii.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
Geometry.
One of the Brendan, the electrician I work with, he sent me some pictures after he showed them to me. It's a pump truck, like a sewage pump truck.
Yeah.
And it's called the General P.
The General P.
And on the side of the big pump, it's the I think it's the Dookie Boys.
The Dookie Boys, I like it.
That's funny. It is funny. Actually, I have the pictures. I can show them. Well, I have them somewhere. I don't know where.
How's your focus engine swap going?
Same place it was last time you saw it. Still looks like that.
Mm.
Yeah. That's how it's going. Here we are.
Now is that the new engine?
mean to do that. I meant to do that. See?
That's pretty good. And it's number 2.
Yeah. They had to go with the number 2. I don't know why it's not focusing on it very well, but
It's okay. I can see the concept.
yeah. They even have a Hazard County tag in the front of it. Back to that. Yeah, my back's gotten really bad, so I haven't really been able to do much anything. That's the truth of it. Here, I'm not gonna go full screen again, but there's the front of it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like the color. I like orange though.
So do I. My wife told me when I showed her the when I showed her the General Wee, she said, "Well, you could buy it if you sell your ST." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll just paint my ST." So the ad was funny because it says it gets 35 to 40 miles per gallon instead of the 40 to 50 because it doesn't have fifth gear. Fifth gear's broken.
Oh, I didn't click on the ad.
Oh no, that's what I'm just saying is it's why it's
pretty fun.
It's like that's funny, and they want $2,500 for it.
I mean, I can see with that paint job realistically because those normally go.
Jacob, it's dented up all to hell. No, it's not worth it. And the interior is trashed. At least the front is.
I'm just waiting to get my van back.
Hey, that's totally fine, Barbecue Mike. Totally fine.
I'm doing later today in probably like an hour.
What?
We's gonna cook steak for my first time in my life by myself.
Don't screw it up. What are you cooking it on?
The oven or the stove.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go butter based.
You got a cast iron at least?
Yeah, I do.
You got gas grill or stove?
No.
Too bad. Gas stove makes it a little bit better, I think. You can get it a little bit hotter.
I had a gas grill right here. I could cook it on.
You could, but
literally right now.
You can cook it in a pan just as easy. I mean, what kind of steak is it?
I don't even remember. I bought it yesterday. I think a ribeye.
Is it a ribeye?
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
How thick?
Inch to an inch and a half. So that's what I was.
Oh, you got a thick one. So
yeah, that's what I was looking up how to cook them.
That's not hard.
No, they're in. I already got them dried off, and they've been sitting in salt since yesterday in the fridge.
Oh, I don't even do that. Just make sure before you cook it, bring it out, get it to room temperature. Let it.
Oh yeah, no, it's on the counter right now.
Yeah. Don't cook them cold. That kind of screws them up a little bit.
Yeah.
I made some steaks on the grill not too long ago, and it was center cut sirloins. Or no, center cut ribeyes. No, it was sirloin. It was center cut sirloins. They were thick.
Yeah, I read online when I was looking up how to make a steak and watching TikToks that you want the inch to half to get the really good ones.
Need a compound butter?
What now?
Oh, Barbecue Mike said you need a compound butter, which I doubt you have.
No, I got regular butter.
You got regular butter.
The steak butter. I'm gonna throw
He's
that.
Gonna do what he can. It's first time, so.
Yeah, I've never cooked steak.
I can't believe you've never cooked steak before. Steak is like. I was supposed to make myself some homemade hamburgers tonight, but I got home and I was lazy and I had a lot to do before tonight, and so I didn't make the burgers. I'll do them tomorrow when I'm not doing a live.
I don't even think I've ever cooked a hamburger myself, like not being a frozen bought patty.
No, I'll be doing burgers tomorrow. I'll do them on the grill, but I'm going to do them on the flat grill outside. So I have grill grates. I don't know if anybody knows what grill grates are, but I have grill grates for.
Yeah.
A rattle trap, he can cook it however he likes it. I like rare. I generally go medium rare, but I will eat a rare steak.
I think I'm going to go rare. I'm going to go like 90 seconds to 2 to 3 minutes on each side.
You're going to go a medium rare is what you're looking for. Nice pink in the middle.
Yeah, so I'm going to go like 2 to 3 minutes on each side. I read do the fat cap first on the side. You want the fat cap to get on the pan first so you get the grease in there.
Yeah, everybody has different ways of cooking them. So,
Well, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn today.
okay, you do that.
The kids are gonna eat lemon pepper chicken because that's what else we're making.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I like lemon pepper chicken.
Well, I think we spent it's like $40 for both those steaks. So I was like, yeah, the kids are getting the chicken.
Okay, out of the wrapper, that would be tartare, rattle trap, and then you got to grind it up anyway. But I have had that too, and I do like it. But generally, I don't eat rare steaks. I'll eat them rare. Like if they undercook it a little bit at a restaurant, I'm not going to turn it back. Trust me. Rare is a cool center, a cool blue center. That's rare. Now, pink is the medium. Is medium rare. I go a reddish pink or a dark pink. So I try and get that. What is that, about 140? But
I just realized
I just like steak, and I just like it not to be overcooked. I don't like anything past medium.
I have a jalapeno right here. Oh, I broke it. No.
Now you got to eat it.
If it's dark on that, what does that mean?
It means it's dark on that side. No.
I think they're done.
So I do like steak, but tomorrow I'm going to make hamburgers. I'm just going to mix some stuff in to flavor my hamburger. Probably throw some onion in it, and I like putting mustard in my burger or barbecue sauce. But I think this time I'm going to go with some of my mustard barbecue sauce because it's got a really good flavor. Put some of that in there.
Well,
And I'm going to top them off with some smoked Gouda. And I'm going to smoke the burgers. I'm going to do a cold smoke. I'm going to start them out with a cold smoke and do a low smoke and then turn up the heat.
Good gone.
Yeah? How'd it taste?
It was a little crunchy, but that shit was spicy.
Well, that's good. I had some on my pizza yesterday that were, they weren't super spicy, which kind of disappointed me. But then I ate them today for lunch. I ate the same ones, reheated it in the toaster oven, and they were spicier. And I think it might just be because I had some acid reflux going today. But
there's a lot of seeds in that.
I guess Sublime's not coming up on the panel. I got a pellet smoker. I've got the I used to eat jalapenos like that too, rattle trap, just no problem. I've been known to eat habaneros like that, but now I got issues and I can't do it anymore. But I've got the Rectech. I've got a Rectech smoker grill, but mine's just the little teeny one. But my God, I was watching it and I set it to do the cold smoke and the low smoke on it. That thing puts out so much smoke, it's crazy, and it's just a little like 340 square inch. So it's their small one that's not their bullseye, which is their more grill style one.
How much did you pay for that?
That one came free with the big one I bought.
Oh, and then you sold the big one.
They're running a promotion, and I sold the big one for about $100 less than I bought it for. So I guess you could say it cost me $100.
Shit, if I can get one of those for $100, I'd do it.
Yeah. Now I did pay for the pellets that I have. I had bought 200 pounds of pellets to go with it.
You used that. Didn't you have a pellet grill?
No.
This is your
I
first
used
one?
to have a gas grill, and I had a side burner smoker that I gave to Zach.
I know. We just used that the other day.
Yeah, good thing.
You got it.
That was a $99 Walmart job, and I used it for years.
Yeah, we just took it apart the other day to put in his Civic because his mom moved out of the apartment and we had to get it to Rick's house.
Habaneros are nuclear. Actually, compared to some of those new peppers they got now, habaneros are lightweight, and I can't handle them anymore. Yeah, they kill me now. Smoking pork, but are you gonna do it? You're doing that tomorrow? You going live while you're doing that, or oh no, you were talking about doing a live, possibly doing a live when you smoked your turkey breast for Thanksgiving. That'd be awesome. That's the last time I did turkey was a smoked turkey breast. Turned out pretty good.
I will say jalapeno and a vodka drink is definitely getting some heartburn.
Oh yeah, a
Yeah.
vodka drink. You mean one of those pre-mixers or?
Nope, mixed myself. It's just orange juice, half vodka.
That would, yeah. This is just my what do you call it? Old fashioned, but I don't have any cherries left, so it's just the mix. I'm using that pre-made mix, which isn't bad.
I'm kind of surprised these jalapenos are still alive with how cold it's been freezing every night here.
Has it been?
Yeah.
It got down cold one night here, and Colleen's up in Minnesota right now, so it's like really cold there, and they're about to get to be 26 tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
I think
it's in Minnesota. Oh, I felt. You can't see it, it's dark, but I'm in the back area, which is pretty much her mom's apartment. Has on the bottom floor has the whole back of the building. It's all hers.
Where is this?
At my house.
Oh.
But her mom is in downstairs, in the only apartment downstairs, and it has a door out back.
Oh. Trying a new glaze from another channel. Wow, that's brave. Trying a glaze from somebody else. I mean, I've tried them before, but I've never tried. I never try something new like that when I'm doing something like for Thanksgiving but I don't cook Thanksgiving meals anymore, and I do miss them. I still miss the Thanksgiving we had that one year. Oh, 3 turkeys, and almost all of it got ate. We had a smoked turkey, we had a fried turkey, and we had a bacon wrapped oven baked. And they were all good, but the fried turkey was the first one to go. It disappeared the quickest, and then the smoked turkey. But they weren't super huge. They were fairly small turkeys. But we had a good amount of people over for that weekend or that week, because it was the weekend after Thanksgiving. Because I think I was in China for Thanksgiving that year. What am I looking at, Jacob?
It's a Rommel.
It's a what?
His name's Rommel.
Rommel.
Yeah, he's like the female version or the male version of why am I brain farting so bad? Fiona.
Oh.
He's German.
Oh, so
And a Wyatt.
Hi, Wyatt.
Hi.
But
Did you say Fiona? That's a German Shepherd?
Yeah, he's German.
Small guy.
No, he's just as big as Fiona.
He's a male, though. He should be bigger than Fiona.
I will give you that, yes, but he can still put me down just like Fiona will.
He's a year old.
Yeah, he's a year old.
He should be full grown by now. Mostly.
I think. Yeah, he's a smaller man.
I do like my Fiona, but she won't come in right now, so they're outside. They wouldn't come in earlier.
I'm on the nice one.
They're kind of mad at me because I'm leaving them alone every day because Mom's not here, and Blue gets locked up because she will eat the house if I don't put her in the kennel, and that sucks. But what it is, and it's supposed to start raining tomorrow, which means I gotta get some of the toys put up in the backyard. Because I cannot have her out there going crazy with her toys like she normally does when it starts getting wet out there, because then it becomes a mud storm.
A mud storm.
And I'm not dealing with that. And it's supposed to start raining, tomorrow during the day. So by the time I get home for lunch, it'll definitely be raining.
You're going for lunch?
What's that?
Said you're going home for lunch?
I have to.
Oh, I guess Colin's a minute. How long
is locked up? I got to come home and take the dogs out.
How long is Colin going to be in Minnesota?
Until Tuesday. Be home Tuesday afternoon.
Minnesota.
He was supposed to be home Sunday, but she had they decided to do an appointment on Monday, so had to extend her stay and change her tickets.
Is she there by herself?
Yep. Which, I'd like to be with her, but I had to work.
Yeah, well,
and money.
Money.
I like money.
Knew that was coming.
And somebody had asked me earlier about why the weird youth is wasted on the young. Because it is. Because my body is falling apart, and there's so many things I want to do, and I have the knowledge and the know how to do them now, and I can't because it hurts way too much. Like that car right there should have been done. It should have been done already. Last time I did it was 7 years ago when I did my other car, when I swapped the engine. It took me 3 days.
And you had way
3 days.
far less.
What's that?
You had far less tools then.
And I had far less tools, yeah. Took me 3 days to do the swap because I wasn't falling apart as bad.
I just pulled an M52 with Jake out of a 328i.
Now, see, if you hadn't moved, it'd probably be done already.
I'm not asking why we were pulling this. Like, it needs a head gasket, and I'm just gonna refresh it. We pulled the head gasket and drained it, and it spilt all over the floor. It didn't even make it to our drain pan, but it looked like peanut butter all over the floor. It was thick.
Ooh, that's not good.
No, the head, and then we were thinking the head was fine, and then Brian, his dad, came in, looked at it, and he's like, "Shine right here." We polished it real quick, and we're like, "Nope, that's cracked. We got to find a new head."
Now, who was that? Jake?
Yeah, but Jake's dad, Brian, was the one that pointed out.
Was that the video I saw of the peanut butter coming out?
Yeah, yes, that was
Okay.
the M52.
Okay, I was wondering. I saw that. I saw that video. I was like, that's not good. Not good. That looks like liquid peanut butter. That's never good.
It is not. I just helped him roof his shed too, because he built a shed in the back for his air compressor.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he bought a DeWalt version, or the DeWalt size that you have, air compressor.
The 80-gallon.
Yeah, 80-gallon. Well, then his dirt bikes are out back.
It's funny, like you were saying. 7 years ago, I changed that engine out. I didn't have quick jacks. I was doing jacks and jack stands. That was it. That's all I had. Jacks and jack stands, and at the time, I think I only had one jack, so I couldn't even do both sides at the same time.
And that's when you bought your engine hoist.
Yeah, that's the reason I bought the engine hoist and the engine stand I have that I'm still using to this day. Well, the engine, I will say that the engine hoist, or I'm sorry, the engine stand from the trip across the country, the pieces that come out for you to bolt into are all bent. Yeah. They got bent because of the jarring trip we had, but you didn't make that, so you don't remember.
But I'm gonna say, for out of all the Harbor Freight like hydraulic pumps, you've only had that one go bad that you bought 10 plus years ago. The second you gave it to me, it went bad.
Yeah.
It didn't leave your garage that night.
Oh, you're talking the jacks. I also, my engine hoist, that hydraulic cylinder on that went bad too. I've replaced it with their newer version, which is stronger and bigger.
You know, I got my two Harbor Freight jacks, and I love them.
Yeah, I've got 3 Harbor Freight jacks and 1 non-Harbor Freight jack.
I need to find the top piece to my Low Pro Long Reach, because I have your extension bar you gave me on it, and I mean, I like that bar for some things, but I need it back to it.
I gave you that?
Yeah. You gave me that because it was on that jack that went bad, and then when that went bad, I took it off, and we threw that jack in the dump. Yeah, but that extension could be used on any of my jacks. I know. I don't know why you gave it to me. You were just trying to save weight, so I took it. I use it all the time. No wonder. That's why I couldn't find it the other day. Yeah, no, it's not there, bud. It's at my house. The $6 million engine hoist. Better, stronger, faster. We have the technology. Not faster, but I did learn a trick years ago on how to get them lift when they're down all the way for storage. How to get them up is you pull them up manually and you hold them, and then you jack it once or twice, and it holds, and it's good there. It's a nice trick to know, because then you don't have to sit there and do this and jack them up forever. When I bought that, I had the money. I should have bought the air powered one. Then I could have just plugged it into air and lifted it, no problem. But they don't have quite the control, I don't think.
So I'm going to try and do this without scratching the hood on this car, since I didn't take the hood off when I pull it. I really want to get this done. I want to get at least the engine and transmission changed before surgery next month, but it's getting iffier and iffier because the last couple of weeks since I worked on it last, it's gotten to where it hurts sitting down. Like right now, I'm in a lot of pain, and nothing I can do about it. So I guess maybe I should just suffer and just try and work on it this weekend. But it's the other thing is I'm not working on it after work. I've already ruled that out because when I get home, I've got a bunch of stuff I have to do. Got to deal with the dogs. And I'm tired. Long day at work, and I'm just tired, and I don't want to work on a car. I do want to get it done. I'd love to drive it again. No, they don't. My wife brought her heating pad out for me to use while she's not here, and it just, oh, sorry, Zach. It helps very little. Like it was helping really well a while ago in the truck and the car using the heated seats, and then now that doesn't even really help. It's not easing the pain because it's nerves being pinched. It's not the muscles themselves. The muscles themselves are fine for the most part.
That's my drink.
What's that?
It's a doggy trying to drink my drink.
Oh, my drink's empty. Want to make me another one?
Yeah, yours a little far.
Oh man. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm gonna go grab something to drink real quick. Y'all just hold tight. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna mix a drink, so we'll make it quick.
Yeah, I'm not mixing either. I gave up. We're just going vodka. Hey, vamos. No.
Pour something in the glass here. The Ace Company. Okay. I'm gonna have to say, in the last 3 days, this is the most I've had to drink. And I have to specify the last 3 days, today included. I didn't hardly drink at all last night. It was like, went to bed early too, and still super tired when I woke up this morning.
I went to bed at 8 p.m.
I didn't go to bed that early. I went to bed at 10:30. For me, that's really early. I mean, I got so much sleep, and I still didn't feel like getting up.
All the kids fell asleep pretty early somehow. All 5 of them.
Wow.
And then, yeah, I mean, like, let's watch a movie, and we put a movie on. I think we made it 20 minutes into the movie, and I was asleep.
What movie?
Oh, why can't I think of The Adam Project?
Adam Project.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Sounds boring. Fell asleep that quick.
No, I mean, lay in bed and the kids are asleep, you're not getting bothered. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. Well, I don't lay in bed and watch TV. You know that.
It stars Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, I have seen it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad movie.
No, it wasn't bad.
He was just tired. You look weird, in the dark like that. On my computer, I can't see you that well, but every now and then, when light reflects off your face, I see you on the TV. What's up, Bama? Welcome to the chat. Oh, wow. That's just scary.
Oh, Turbo learned how to do cross-eyed, when you do.
Oh, yeah?
Okay,
you'll stick like that?
His mom hates it. For a 4-year-old, he's pretty smart. So he'll just go cross-eyed and irritate the hell out of her. So then we'll just walk into a room and we'll both just be cross-eyed. It's hilarious. She just starts yelling at us to stop it. It's gross.
Well, you know why?
Why?
I don't understand why but women seem to hate that. You mean when you go like this? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's never bothered me, but my mom always used to tell me, and my grandma, if I keep doing it, they'll stay like that. One of my sisters, she had a problem where her eyes would do that no matter what. And, she had to have surgery to correct it. And they always told me that it was because she did that when she was younger. It was a lie, but that's good to hear, Sublime. I hope your dog. Oh, there's no moccasin. I've barely had anything to drink so far.
Moccasin?
Yeah. Moccasin. Because when you drink too much, it becomes a moccasin. I actually mixed that last drink. I mixed, using the jigger so that it was, mixed correctly, 2 ounces to 1.5 ounce.
Where'd I go the other day?
That's good to hear.
The casino. I went to the casino and they have guns that literally pour exact, like Coke guns and alcohol guns. They pour like it's all machined to go exact.
Oh yeah, that's no fun.
I know. I literally looked at this lady. I was like, I'm not going to tip fat because my drink's not going to get stronger.
Yeah, I know that's crazy. I'm sure the bartenders don't like it that much either, unless they're lazy and they don't care.
No, I mean, it was good. I went there with $20, walked out with like 260. I was excited.
Wow.
I wasn't even going there to gamble. I was meeting somebody to give me money they owed me, and they were like, here's an extra 20 to gamble because I don't gamble. And I was like, I guess. And I sat down and instantly won on the first machine. Was like, I'm cashing out and leaving. Here's your 20 back. He's like, no, stay longer. No. We're done.
Yeah, you got to learn when to leave. That's the problem. Most people don't know how to do that.
When you
I used to be really good with it, but every now and then I'd get like 200 because I'd go in there with $20 to $40. I'd get up to $200 to $500 and be like, oh, I can make more. Screw it. If I lose, I'm only losing $40.
No, I just left.
But most of the time I do like you did, and I get up to like 200. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I had one more drink.
So which casino was it?
Emerald Queen Fife.
That's the only Emerald Queen left, isn't it?
Tacoma has a brand new one. It was open before you even moved.
Yeah, that one that looked like a parking lot.
It is. It looks huge, but it's literally one floor. It's actually just as big as Emerald Queen Fife inside, and it has a hotel.
Yeah, it's smaller than the old Emerald. The old Emerald Queen was bigger. When it was on the boat, it was actually bigger.
Yeah, the old one, though, Emerald Queen Tacoma, that was behind it,
Yeah, the one that was pretty big, too.
They are building a $12 million recreational IT center there because my buddy Brenda, Brenda works for the Puyallup tribe now.
Oh, okay.
Good
so
money.
Where the old casino was?
The old casino, they're building a $12 million recreational center. It's going to have a pool in it and a movie theater and.
Well, I can't believe they got rid of the area they had because they used to host. They used to host things in there, like concerts and all that. And the men's room used to do the live day there, but now they do it up north.
Yeah, I mean they technically own that area. They just tore that building down, and technically the building they're building isn't even where it was. It's in the parking lot area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why they had that all roped off then, I guess, because they were tearing it apart. What's up, Miss Carol? Oh, well, I'm just tired of getting old. I really am. Just getting old. Getting old sucks, and I'm not even that old yet. I'm only 52.
You're telling me I feel old at 25. My body hurts. Like in the cold right now, my fingers hurt really bad. My arthritis is kicking.
Yeah. You did most of that to yourself.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Oh, I tell you about this. You know my bad nail, right?
Mm.
You see there's not a nail right now?
Can you not show that on screen? Nobody wants to see that.
There's no nail right now.
I know, but nobody wants to see that.
It was in hook form, and Braden hit my hat off like a week ago, and I went to hit his hat off. It caught his hat and yanked it out, almost passed out.
Hey, if you're lucky, it won't grow back.
No, it's growing back.
Damn it. You should just cut that off. You'd be better without most of that finger. Just cut the end of it off. Call it good.
I mean, it hurts enough that I at least drink drinks proper now. Every time I take a drink, my pinky's always raised.
Oh, wow. You are crazy.
Yeah.
Does your knee hurt when it gets cold? Or when it rains?
If it goes one day hot and the next day really cold, it will hurt a lot. Other than that, it's more of a pain that I'm just used to.
Yeah, hey, Merry Christmas. What's up, Mr. Mach 1? I was like that for the longest time with my back and everything else. And everything else I'm still just used to, like my shoulder problems and all that. But my back has gotten bad. Like, we're done. So
we're done.
No, I did the one thing I told you I didn't want to do ever, and that is schedule surgery for it, which I'm still, I could pull out of it anytime now. I can be like, no, I ain't doing it. Because after a long discussion, it turns out that the one thing I wanted done. Oh, my next door neighbor has Christmas stuff up already, and I'm like, no, it's not even Thanksgiving yet, guys. Come on, just wait a couple more weeks. That's all you got to do.
I just hung Christmas lights the other day at Pops and Christine's house for them.
Yeah, are they lighting them off already?
No. These lights were me and Braden hung last year, and we never took down, and you just didn't notice them. But I mean, over the year they got messed up, so me and Braden went and fixed them.
Oh, okay. As long as they wait to turn them on.
No, they still have Halloween decorations probably in their yard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, well, remember I was talking about they were going to do that one surgery where they just put the blocks in there to like separate it. And we talked about, and after a long extensive talk with the doctor, he said they could do that, but it wouldn't last. It would last for maybe 6 months, and then I'd be back in for more surgery because of how far gone some of my stuff is. And then we had to make the decision on whether I'd get the two done or all 4 done. And I decided to do all 4 at one time, which is 2 separate surgeries to do 2 and 2, and it's 2 days apart. But that's really going to restrict my movement in my lower back because I'm getting the lower 4 vertebrae fused. The one thing I didn't want to have done.
I mean, it doesn't sound fun.
It doesn't sound fun. Hey, somebody went inside. And it still got dark.
Charger down here, but I got to put the dog away too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because my phone, even though I started this live chat at 80%, is already down to 10.
Well, you're on a very old iPhone.
It is a, what are we on, iPhone 15?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're on a 7-year-old plus iPhone.
Yep.
When I turned it on, iOS 12 and forced me to update to 17.
Did it?
Yeah.
They're at 17 now? My tablet's only at 15.
I think it was 17, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was OS. I thought it was 15, but I don't use that tablet very often. It's just for one of my drones.
Oh, you gotta go to your
also
account.
A little irritated that Skydio, one of the drone manufacturers, the one blue drone I have, they decided after getting built up by all the consumers buying their drones and like selling them out constantly, that they've decided they're doing enterprise only now and they aren't selling consumer drones anymore. Same thing that remember my camera I used to have in the dash of my car, the Horizon video camera for racing, and it had all that information on it. You've seen it in a couple of my videos. They quit making anything other than their fleet stuff. They got built up by consumers and then went straight fleet, and they don't do any consumer stuff anymore. Friday and Monday off. Oh, must be nice. Yeah, I remember that when I was in the military. Oh, who am I getting the feedback from?
It's not me. I just came in.
Well, you just came in, so I know it wasn't you. What's up, Salty?
What's going on, guys?
Oh, not much. Just, chilling out. Bitching about being old. Same as usual.
Have you tried not being old?
I tried. Didn't work.
I was gonna say, how does that work?
I tried. It didn't work.
Say, as soon as you figure out that trick, please let me know.
I've seen it in the movies. I think you got to drink this magic potion.
I saw it in a movie once.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice? Remember that movie Big with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, but
Yes.
see, that's the opposite of what I wanted. I
Yeah,
don't want
but
to
see,
go
I'd
back to being 10 years old again. I just want my 23-year-old body back. That's all I want. If I could have the mind I have now and get the body I had then, it was in decent shape still. In fact, it was in really good shape then.
no, what I'd like to have my memory of now, but I'd like to be able to go back to being 23 again.
Oh, and start over?
Yes, because there'll be dude, I tell you what, all the mistakes I knew I made, they wouldn't be made anymore.
Yeah, I forgot most of what I did.
Yeah, I do things so much differently.
I'd know better to go back and, like I said, youth is wasted on the young. We need Benjamin Button's disease is what we all need to have, where we age in reverse.
One thing I would not do,
really old and get younger as you learn.
I would have not became a truck driver.
Yeah. I wouldn't have become a truck driver either, but I didn't. So.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Financially, it was great. It was not a problem. But after you get out of the truck for so many years, dude, I tell you what, your body feels it. My God, your body feels it.
Oh, we lost Jacob. Phone must have died.
Oh, who all we got in the chat? Mr. Gary. What's going on, sir?
We got Mr. Rock One. We got Miss Carol. We got, if they're still here, we got Barbecue Mike. We got Bama. Sublime was in here.
So, Zach.
We got
Miss Carol. How you been there, Miss 90?
Fighting with the pharmacy. Yeah, well, I'm not fighting with the pharmacy.
We found out today they can't. They gave me a different one because I can't get my B one, so they gave me an L one. We tried to order it yesterday, and they just told my dad that we can't get it again. So now we gotta fight with these people, and they got rid of the good people that knew how to do it for the new ones, and these new people don't even know how to freaking do it at all.
Man,
I can't get my medicines from the pharmacy because they don't have them. They've been back ordered for 3 weeks, and that's all the pharmacies in my area. And it's not just one medicine; it's 2 medicines. It's the one I'm taking now and the one I used to take. And I'd like to get the one I used to take back, but nobody can get that around here.
Yep. My mom's father goes out tomorrow and has them for a script, and she's gonna have to drive around to every pharmacy to find this medicine because I only have 4 left.
Y'all see all the big companies that went bankrupt today?
No, I don't watch the news. You know that.
Burger King, Citibank.
Burger King. I love Burger King though. I don't eat there anymore, but
yeah, Burger King, Citibank.
Wow.
Whole bunch of companies. Can't remember how many hundreds of thousands of people did not get a paycheck today because of that shit.
Really?
Yes, sir. It's crazy. I seen that shit. I was like, oh Lord.
So
there was a whole bunch of damn companies. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of damn companies that went bankrupt today. I just couldn't believe when I heard Citibank went bankrupt. I'm like, what? How the hell does a bank go bankrupt?
Crazy. Oh, plenty of banks have gone under recently. Especially smaller banks. Citibank is huge.
I'm finna say, that Citibank's not one of them damn little cracker box little hometown banks. They're Citibank's huge.
Actually,
man.
The hometown banks, most of those do better than the bigger banks right now.
Oh yeah. I agree.
But there's not a lot of hometown banks left.
No, the big ones have bought them up
by the bigger banks. Yep,
like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and shit like that. They'll just run them right out of business.
Yeah, everybody keeps trying to get me to switch banks. They keep sending me stuff. I'm like, quit wasting your money on all this mail you send me. Really. If I didn't join you the first time, I'm not joining you now. I'm sticking with my credit union that unfortunately is in Washington State, which means it's hard to do business with them now. If I needed to go in, I can't.
Like I said, you could go to a Navy credit union because I know they got them around here
I
because of the
don't want to
military
go to
base.
the Navy credit union. I want to stick with the credit union I've been with forever now.
Okay, because usually ex-military people, they love the damn Navy credit union for some reason.
I used to belong to the Redstone Arsenal Credit Union, which isn't, it's about an hour from here, but I haven't had an account there since 1998, 99, somewhere in there is when I shut it down.
Huh. Oh no, you were talking about the other day. You don't know if you actually shut it down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I checked the other day. I don't exist anymore. I think I cashed it out back in '99 and moved it to wherever bank I was at, which would have been up in Washington.
Mr. Gary, why ain't you on here talking about all these companies that went bankrupt today? I figure you would know firsthand about that shit, especially with the strike going on. Yeah, see, Burger King's owned by China, so it does not hurt my feelings that they go bankrupt.
It hurts my feelings if we don't have Burger King anymore because I love Burger King. It's one of my favorite fast food joints.
Anything China own, it does not hurt my feelings to see.
At least the old school Burger King. I used to like it a lot. Just the Whopper was one of my favorite burgers because it had that grilled flavor. Just because they cook it regular and then they throw it across the fire to give it that flavor.
Well, Bama, this old dog is doing about as good as he can be doing for fixing to be a 54-year-old body. So I appreciate you asking there, buddy. How you doing? Birthday in 2 months. Got me a big shindig plan. I'm going to sit here and watch movies. It's going to be my birthday party. I'm going to sit and watch movies. Probably going to be having my own drinking party. Just me and myself and I. How's everybody's week going?
It's going.
That's about all any of us going to say, right?
Yeah, I go to work every day and come home.
Mr.
About all I've done.
Mr. Gary, this live stream probably good for you to jump on. We've seen how good your computer was at hosting a live stream.
I know, you did. It was pretty good. I wish I could have joined, but I was,
just see how your computer does
work right
joining.
In fact, the minute I got back to work is when you shut it down. It was perfect timing. It was like I had to go back in the building and it was shut down. Perfect. Like, okay.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, his computer does good hosting. I just wonder how it does joining because, phones can act up something like that sometimes too. I just couldn't believe I had service down at my brother's today. He lives in the middle of the damn woods. He don't have cable TV. He don't have anything but satellite down there. He don't even have internet.
Really?
No, he can't get it. All he can get is satellite internet, and everybody knows how that shit is. It ain't worth a damn.
Oh, you got Starlink. If you get that,
he can't get it. Can't get it. No, it's not in his area.
Yeah, I don't think it's here yet either, but I'm not sure. It might be. I don't really care. Hey, you're back.
Yeah, the phone said 10%, but it died at 10%.
I had a feeling that it died.
Yeah.
So you're gonna cook some steaks, huh?
I am. I just went upstairs and checked, and she hasn't even started the chicken. So.
Oh, y'all gonna eat chicken and steak?
Takes longer.
No, kids are getting lemon pepper chicken.
Oh, okay. I got you. Makes sense. Makes sense.
They won't know the difference.
Nah, hey, kids, they just like food and they're happy.
So I got a question. Mach 1, how do we get that Burger King's owned by China?
Because they got bought out by China.
No. Burger King's still owned by RBI, which is Canadian American.
Well, according to everything I've read, they are completely owned. It's a China-owned company.
There's nothing I can find that says they're now the Burger King China. Yes, they are owned by China. That's Burger King China in China.
Shit, Dodge Ram Jeep is owned by China.
Because RBI owns Tim Hortons, Popeyes, Burger King, and one other one. Can't think
Are
of
you
it.
sure RBI's has not been bought out by China?
I just looked it up. RBI is still Canadian American owned.
Yeah, unlike Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
Well, that's Stellantis. That's European owned.
Stellantis isn't China?
Well, I don't know. Actually,
I thought
Stellantis was European, but it could.
I'm like this. Anything across the pond to me is European. That's exactly the way I figure it. I don't give a shit if it's China or England or whatever. If it's across the pond, that shit is European. I know that's not right, but that's just the way I view things.
Stellantis.
Chinese.
Okay, so no, Stellantis is a European company, but they plan to take a majority share in joint venture with GAC in China. That's Guangzhou Automotive Group, which I've worked for them too.
Is it called GAC?
GAC.
Oh, VAC.
GAC.
It's GAC.
Guangzhou Automotive Group or company. Company.
Sounds like tweakers out here in Washington, all gacked out.
Sounds like all the tweakers in America too.
So Stellantis NV is a multinational automotive manufacturing corporation formed from a merger of the Italian-American conglomerate Fiat, Chrysler, and something else.
Ram.
Bam. What up, Gary?
Uh-oh.
No sound.
Oh.
No.
Did he run into a snag? Well, it's a brand new computer, so he's testing all the water with it.
Well, it was working earlier today. Now it's not.
Oh
working.
yeah, it was working perfect earlier today. He sounded just crystal clear. Yeah, his sound was just crystal clear, man.
It's cool. I might back out to come back in because I don't have options to change any of my features. I don't know why it's not on the screen. It's stupid so far.
I don't know.
Gary, does your new computer have a mute option on that you just don't realize it, and it might be muted?
He said, "Hold on one second."
All right. He might have the Beagle Orchestra going.
I'm gonna change this layout here to that layout.
Oh, you're good. I couldn't look at the chat or anything. It was bothering me because I had none of the bottom buttons.
Yeah. No, I think I like this one better. Bigger pictures. There we go. Still nothing, Gary. And I don't have you muted. I haven't done anything.
Can you guys hear that or no?
I can hear something.
Okay.
Hear something.
I keep muting my mic every time one flies over. There's been like one every 10 minutes so far.
Oh, a plane?
A Joint Base Lewis McChord, big plane.
They're running
trainings, I'm sure.
Ooh, God,
so when you came in, Gary, did you check your mic in the screen before you came in, and it was working? And now it's not. That is strange.
I wonder if his mic has an output setting on it. Well, I don't know if it was working in the loading screen.
Yeah. In the loading screen, which I always check mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if he checked it in the loading screen and it should be working then maybe just go out and come back in, Gary, and see if
maybe it
works.
Me.
Yeah, he's too old to hear that many different people, so his sound or StreamYard's like, nah, we gotta.
Yeah, my computer decided to tell me I was no good. Why? I still have a little thing that's showing custom layout, and I can't make it go away.
Are you how you enjoying living back out there in Washington, man?
Okay, the people and the city not great, but having my kids is awesome. I can't move away from my kids.
You working again?
No.
I thought you were getting a job.
I was, but then Caitlin's working, so I'm just Mr. Mom over here.
Okay. Mr. Bitch.
Hey, it's fine. Zach is just giving me shit without not having a car yet because the whole Griffin situation I'm not going to mention over mic. I'm getting my van back, but I have to wait on that for legal reasons.
Okay.
But I was like, it's kind of nice not having my own car. Zach's like, what do you mean? I was like, every time I need to leave, I just take Caitlin's car. and it's free gas. And he's like, what do you mean free gas? I was like, it's not my gas. I just use it.
It's not free. You're paying for it, buddy.
I'm not. I mean, I
Not
watched
directly, but you're paying for it.
Yeah.
I went and got gas today. It cost me $2.78 a gallon.
I got it
What's that,
yesterday. I got it yesterday for $2.60.
I used
The
to.
only reason it was $2.78, I went to Love's and I had the app, so I got the 10 cents off. It dropped down to $2.88 here. But that is actually one of the cheapest gases. What's up, Yellowhammer?
Was that for 87?
Yeah, that's for regular.
Okay, so I went and I took her debit card to go fill her tank because she was afraid it was going to run out of gas because she forgot her purse at work. And I went to Fred Meyer. You know your Fred Meyer that used to go to the cheapest thing possible?
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid with 10 cents off $4.20 a gallon for 87.
Oh, geez.
Holy shit.
And that's cheap gas there?
Yeah, that was your old Fred Meyer.
Yeah, I used to love that place for gas and diesel.
What are you driving that your Focus is down and your Mustang's in the trailer?
Either my truck or my wife's Edge. I've been driving the Edge all week, so.
Oh, how is that?
Okay.
It smells so good inside that Edge. I like her setting.
The Edge?
Yeah. You like it?
It's new. Got that new car smell.
No, she had some Scentsy in there, some like
yeah,
bubble.
she's got something in there too. I don't know what it is. It's purple in color, whatever it is. It doesn't
good.
smell bad. If it smelled bad enough or was too strong, I'd take it out because I don't usually like scents in my car. I like my car to smell like a car.
I smell.
I want to go in there and hit it up with the leather conditioner and make it smell like leather. But
I guess I'm a little bougie, because I got cinnamon hanging in mine.
hey, it's whatever you like. I don't like a lot of scents because they affect my sinuses pretty bad.
Yeah.
Hold on, Salty. Do you smoke? You smoke in your cars?
Yeah, just my pickup truck.
Oh, yeah, no. So I smoke in my cars too, except my girl's car I can't smoke in, but my cars usually smell like cigarettes and Scentsy.
Yeah, well, yeah, because like I said, the only vehicle I smoke in is just my personal everyday driver pickup truck. Like when I have Mustangs or something like that, I don't smoke inside of those. But it's just my truck. Because nobody ever rides in my truck but me. So I mean, hell, it's just me.
I think it's gotten to the point where I really seriously have to consider selling my truck. Like seriously.
No. We like your truck.
I love my truck. I do not want to get rid of my truck.
No, I
looked at how much I'm bringing home now, and I just don't make enough. I'm not making enough money to pay my bills. I'm not.
Get rid of that Edge.
I can't sell it without still having to pay for it. That's the problem. It's worth less than what we owe on it.
I don't know. I would be like Pinks. I would sell my truck before I sold the Edge. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because he can always downsize and get a smaller truck and still be able to do exactly what he wants to do. But still, he's able to keep that nice family vehicle.
That's
good on gas
and stuff like that. If I sell it, I'm going to buy something like a 2015 250. And it doesn't even have to be the diesel. It can be the 6.2.
Hold on. So you were downgrading from your last truck?
Yeah, I'm downgrading from my previous truck. Yes, I don't need a 350. I don't need anything but a 250. I'd rather have the diesel. It doesn't need to be the newest one, and it doesn't need to have the 10-speed. Oh my God, I dread getting rid of that truck because it is so freaking nice. It is everything I've ever wanted in a truck.
Everything I've wanted in a vehicle, a car.
If he can get 90 to 95 out of his truck, I'm hypothetically speaking here.
Pushing it right now with the way prices are dropping.
I will say the market's dropping. If you're going to sell it tomorrow.
Yes, you better not wait too much longer, or you're really going to be taking a hit on it.
Yeah, you got to.
I'm still hoping for a miracle. Like
hitting the lotto. No, you don't play.
Yeah, I'll win the lottery that I can't play here in this state.
How far are you actually from the Tennessee line? The closest.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Can. Okay.
But I could hear an echo.
Can you?
You got an echo.
Really? You shouldn't have an echo.
It's bad.
How about now?
How about now? Nope, gone.
Echo gone?
Back.
No, you still got it.
Really?
Yeah.
It was
you guys StreamYard and YouTube, right?
No, Yeah, I don't have YouTube up at all.
Yeah, it sounds like, what was that space show we used to watch back in the day?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That sound.
Damn. Yeah, that's exactly what I was. What was that space show? We all Lost in Space. Is that it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
When they come on and you had that sound in the beginning, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, the ship moving through. Yeah,
That's what it
Okay. My question is, can you hear me?
Oh, we
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
All right.
We can definitely
Do
hear you.
you hear the background noise?
No.
No, but we do hear an echo, and I'm not sure why. But I'm assuming that's weird. Where are you? Are you on a laptop or a computer?
No, I got a new computer,
Okay.
but I must have had something hooked up. I just unplugged the speakers.
Hello?
How about now?
Let me ask you something, Gary. Did you get a brand new monitor too?
Everything.
Okay, well that monitor's got a microphone built into it.
And that's what I'm using right now.
What speakers are you using?
None. He unplugged them.
I unplugged the speakers.
Yeah, we're still getting an echo.
I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure it out.
So you don't have an external mic hooked up plus the mic on the monitor.
The monitor don't have a mic.
Yeah.
Yellow
Hang on, let me check this out.
I wonder what was causing it, because he didn't have one today. Well, we didn't have one when you all were in when they were
When he was
when
hosting that
running the
live today,
He didn't have.
it was
one.
perfect.
It was
Yeah.
perfect. Sounded great.
Yes, it was awesome.
I don't think I had Mac 1 on YouTube, so I didn't even know he was posting live.
What's that?
But I don't think I have him on YouTube, so I didn't even see that you guys were live earlier.
I wasn't. I was just watching, listening.
Yeah, I would have had to watch it anyway. I can't.
He came on live right before I left the house to go back to work. So
I know if he's got an output on his mic, if he's got an output settings, he can turn that down some, because the reverberate. That's what we're hearing, because he's got the gain on
I
the
usually
output
use
turned up way too
I
high.
use the setting in StreamYard that there's a setting in StreamYard that everybody has that when they come in they can set and it helps reduce the echo.
What do we got now?
Same
Hello?
thing, Gary.
Yeah, it's got to be something in my settings somewhere or something.
I still hear it.
Yeah,
Hang on. I'm working on it.
No,
that's
it's
okay.
fine.
Do what you got to do, buddy.
Hey, it happens. You got it. I'm waiting until I actually once I find my camera and my microphone, I'm gonna set up to do my live streams from my office on my computer and not out here. Because on my computer I have 3 monitors, so I can set it up to do all kinds of stuff.
I'm just saying though,
get a better microphone.
I'm saying that if you can get, like I said, hypothetically speaking, if you can get, okay, at this point, 85 to 90 out of your truck, and you can turn around and buy you a 15 or 16 for like 30, 35.
Oh yeah.
And with
and
good low
pay off
mileage,
the bills.
it still does what you need it to do and all that. I mean, that's a lot of jack you can throw in a bank.
Well, what I'd do there is if I could do that and buy a truck that cheap to get a good enough one, is then I'd pay off the edge too, because I'd be able to do that and then pay off some other bills.
Hey, call me
And cut
selfish.
down.
I see that truck as my inheritance. Okay, can't get rid of it.
It doesn't go to you anyway, Jacob. It goes to your sister.
Oh, it goes to Kaylee?
Yeah.
That's rude. She doesn't even know how to
Well-
drive anything big. Hold on. She took a GMC over the pass and flipped it.
Hey, that's not my problem. I'm just giving. Actually, Zach gets it because
Oh, I guess
he knows how to drive. He knows how to drive like better than anybody.
Jesus Christ.
Never gets in accidents. Nothing. I give him a little shit about that the other day.
I know. He told me. I hang out with Zach all the time. I was laughing. He's like, "Did you tell Dad I got into another accident?" I was like, I told him exactly what you hit.
Yeah. Well, he should have known because I said you hit a Mustang.
I know.
Was it an EcoBoost Mustang?
Nope, it was a GT.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
That insurance has paid for it, right?
it's a 6-speed, and it's in the shop because, yes, at first it just looked like it ruined the diffuser. But
No,
then
it
when
did more.
I went to help Zach, and we had to re-bend and weld his core support on his Honda.
Oh, he
I
did
was
way
like,
more
that-
damage.
I was like, that Mustang's fucked up underneath, and it's in the shop undrivable because of crunching metal.
Oh yeah, yeah. They damage pretty easy when they get rear-ended.
You hit it at 10 miles an hour, maybe 15.
Bullshit.
Oh, I promise you, Sublime in here, he can tell you what a core support costs.
Oh, no,
Well,
we're talking.
he rear-ended the Mustang. The
Oh,
Mustang
okay.
got hit in the rear, but they damage pretty easily in the rear too. And there's a lot you can. So I've got damage on both the front and rear of mine, but it's still it's perfectly
Oh,
drivable.
He pushed in trunk, like the trunk part
Oh,
that your
crap.
tire goes in.
Oh shit, he
Okay,
was
so if
moving,
he did
pretty
that,
good then.
There's a lot more damage. That's probably a couple $1,000s worth of damage.
Oh,
As long
yeah, for sure.
as he didn't crinkle the back quarters. If he crinkled the back quarters on that car, they probably won't total it.
No,
Crinkle
they
back
won't
corners,
total it.
but-
Actually, they cut those out. They cut those out and replace them like that. It's
Yeah,
really
but
easy
the thing-
for good body.
The thing
shop.
about it is, if it's just like a regular GT and if it's like a
Yeah.
15, 16, 17, I guarantee you they'll most likely total it because now it's getting at that year age to where the insurance company's going to be like, hell, we just ready to total this car.
It was an
It ain't-
18-ish. What wasn't it? 18 plus?
No, I honestly think it was like 17, 18. She just got it because her ex-boyfriend just totaled her other one, her 16. He just
I bet
totaled.
she's really happy with Jack right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were cool, I guess, but like, no, I seen them at a trick or treat. I seen her, and she said nothing to Zach and walked away.
Oh, I'm sure because he doesn't have insurance.
No, Zach gave her all the information, took a picture of his ID, and told her his new address, so they sent it to them.
Still there.
Still there, Gary.
You know what? I'm going to deal with it.
It's all-
So
Well, no,
Gary
I'm letting him know because I know he wants to fix it. So I'm just letting
I
him
know
know.
he wants to fix it.
No, he's more welcome to keep talking. We'll all deal with it because I'd love to talk with him. But I know if something like that was happening to mine, it would just drive
It
me
would
stupid.
irritate me too if
Yeah.
it was mine too. I know
'Cause-
sometimes this tablet does that.
Yeah, because I'm one of those type, man. If something ain't right, I want it right. I can't deal with things that ain't right.
No, it drives me crazy. So I got.
Yeah, you like me, you got OCD about that kind of shit
Hold
bad,
on.
man.
Well, it's just weird that when he was hosting, it was fine.
Oh
wonder if
man,
it
it
was-
was,
But see, I moved all that stuff over to here, so something happened within the move.
well, you know what? You're not echoing.
No, he was. He's just shutting himself off really quick.
Oh, okay.
It just.
Am I echoing now?
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
See?
So you're not
Not
echoing.
super-
You
not
don't
as
echo.
bad.
We echo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
we're
echo.
echoing. We're the ones echoing through him.
Yeah, so it
But that's
It
why I
just-
had to ask you. Because
Yeah.
see, it's what
just
it
sounds
is.
like it's got two mics going at one time.
And that's what I'm wondering because I'm only when I'm in the settings, it doesn't give me my Logi mic. It just gives me the one for Dell. So
Did
Yeah.
you try turning the Dell phone off?
that's what I'm trying to do now.
Okay.
A Yellow Hammer Garage said core supports on the Shelby are carbon fiber. Is that they're actually carbon fiber?
Yes.
The core
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Almost everything on that thing.
Hey,
is carbon
ask
fiber.
Sublime. Sublime hit a Ford
He's-
Explorer like at 5 or 6 miles an hour and just destroyed his damn carbon
Oh,
fiber
yeah.
cord sport.
Horrible. They do not take hits well at all.
Yep. What's up, Rattle Trap? How you doing, sir?
Rattletrap's been in here for a while.
Oh, I just now seen
Or
his name
maybe
pop
he
up on the screen.
was in here earlier. Maybe he left. I don't know.
Well, I know. Spray
Yeah,
fire.
believe it or not, there's a lot of carbon fiber in them 500. A lot of people don't realize.
Oh yeah.
Well, like where Zach
Because-
hit the Mustang, I guess it might have crinkled the trunk part, but that's honestly what they're designed for. Is to in a crash, you want the impact. of the
Right,
car.
but the problem is if it crinkles the sides, the quarters, then they have to.
Mhm.
The fixer for that generally is to cut them off and replace them because it's a full
but
body
we're
piece.
talking the car's designed to crinkle and take the impact so you
Well,
don't die.
Yeah,
Exactly, but the insurance companies don't go by that. They go by how much it's going to cost to
Oh,
fix what the car is.
Oh, yes. yes,
hold on,
is what it's
Rattletrap.
worth.
Which bushings are you removing?
Say what?
Which bushings are you removing from your IRS? Because there's a few, and I've removed every single one of them. In fact, I've replaced most of the bushings in my Mustang. All the IRS bushings.
All I can tell you, Rattletrap, be careful about which bushings you change because it'll make the ride rough as hell.
Okay, are you changing out the bushings for the frame, subframe to body connectors? Because I went all aluminum on those, and it's good for what I'm using it for, but it makes the ride crap. Oh, just the rear IRS. Okay, that's if you're just doing those. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I think there's 6 of them, maybe 8.
I'm right. I think he bought that IRS to go up under his
Okay,
Fox body.
you went the did you go red or black? Because I went mine are the hard on the rear IRS bushings, but then my subframe bushings I went aluminum, so I had to cut them out. Is it 12? I don't remember 12. I thought it was like 8.
I've never had an IRS, I don't know.
Hey,
I did when I had that 2020, but I didn't have that 2020 a year.
You went black.
how long have
Okay.
you been on this live, Dad?
I don't know, like an hour.
An hour more?
I'm gonna be on maybe another 5
Well, it
or
was
10
an hour
minutes.
and 11. I was saying that because I said that earlier, but it's been over an hour already. So at most, I'll be on here for a 2-hour live stream total.
I'm about to run to the store.
Well, if you get
Be
back,
better if you
get back.
walked. Be better if you walked. You wouldn't
Yeah,
be so
I
tired.
drive personally.
Oh
No,
yeah.
I'm walking.
If I gotta walk, I ain't going.
Okay.
But okay, so I live on Center Street. The store is literally less than a block away from me. To the
Oh,
gas.
okay, yeah. Go ahead. I know you can't take the phone with you.
Yeah, I'm on
Subframe.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, you are doing the subframe, but in the subframe, you're not replacing them with.
All right, well, I'll be back.
All right, buddy.
All right, bye.
What year's your car, Rattletrap?
It's a Fox body. He bought an IRS to
My
go up
phone.
under a Fox body.
An IRS for a Fox body.
Yeah, he bought one to put up under his Fox body.
Well, the IRS subframe that we have in our car won't fit in a Fox body.
No,
Oh,
but
you're
the
doing
SN9.
the Cobra IRS. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's different. Yeah, that's a completely different subframe.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that would be 12 then, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, I changed mine out. I went. I go black. Whichever the harder is of the two, is what I have for the ones around my rear end, and then the ones going to the body from the subframe are all aluminum. They're just hard aluminum, which it makes the ride a little bit worse, a little bit more MVH. But I mean, because of how the connection is, you hear everything. You hear the gears. The gears in the rear end. You hear it, and it sounds like something's wrong constantly, but it's not. So mine was just to tighten it all up. So I mean, I've got so many stiffeners on the rear end of my car right now, and I still have trouble. And hopefully that when I get to working on it, which is probably going to be in a year from now. I mean, I started it the other day just to make sure, because it hadn't been started in a month. From when I went to Kentucky. You have to reuse the metal shells. Yeah, so on the ones I did, I had to actually cut the body subframe connectors. I had to cut those metal shells. I had to cut them. That was the only way to get them out. And I tried to find easier ways, but God, it took forever to do that. And I have what I have sitting out in my storage though is if I ever decide to go back, I have a not brand new but brand new used with only a couple like 10,000 miles on it, a whole subframe, the complete rear subframe for my car is sitting in my storage shed. Just doesn't have the rear end or any of the suspension parts on it, but it does have all the bushings and everything else. And I got it pretty cheap, even with shipping, because that's freight. But I did that in case I ever wanted to take my car back to being more close to stock in the rear. And I think I'm, if I had more road courses around here, I'd probably do that to make it more of a road course car again instead of a drag car because of all the problems I had drag race in it. But I'm hoping that I gotta get rid of that. That's weird. No. Huh, that's weird. Never mind. If I had oh, my brain's not working. I need to get, hopefully when I replace the clutch or fix whatever the issue is with it right now, it fixes a couple of problems I had with the launch and everything else. I'm thinking maybe I did something wrong when I installed the clutch the first time, and maybe it just hasn't worked right the entire time I've had it. Anybody I've talked to who's been in it and has tried the clutch out in it, which RJ,
Yeah, but
Ken,
you didn't.
all them, they said
Yeah,
something. It just didn't feel right.
But didn't Ken and them take the clutch out when they done the transmission?
They did not take the clutch out.
I just left it bolted to the back of the engine, huh?
Why wouldn't you? It's a twin disc. You unbolt it and you're dealing with a world of pain because you got to realign everything. I think
I don't know. I've never had a twin disc clutch. I couldn't tell you.
I'm thinking maybe I've got either a pressure plate issue, a faulty clutch plate, which like not both of them, just one of them, or a slave cylinder problem. So I think one of those three things is my issue. And the nice thing is it's a expensive clutch, but I can get parts for it. I can have it rebuilt for a lot less than what it costs new. Because they're $2,500 new when I bought them, and now they're even more since prices have just skyrocketed on everything. So I'm hoping that it's
all right. Have I gotten it? Or we still got?
Hello?
Let's see. I don't hear an echo. You got it, buddy.
You hear me?
We can hear you.
Hear you loud and clear.
There's no echo.
No, sir. None at all.
Okay.
What was it?
Well,
but now your camera doesn't look as good.
I just I pushed a bunch of buttons.
In other words, you were throwing shit at the wall and see if it stuck.
Right.
So, there you go. Well, that pile of shit worked out pretty good.
Hey, I have Rattletrap. My twin disc is way heavier, even with all the hydraulics being used. My twin disc is way heavier than any other clutch I've ever used, other than the one from a Porsche 911 from the 80s that I used. My dad owned that I drove and I wasn't supposed to. And he caught me driving it one time. That was not a good thing.
Okay.
That's why I like old T5s, man. They're so simple.
I turned off the echo cancellation. I turned that on.
Okay.
Okay.
It seems to work. Doing good.
And it seems like your picture's cleared up some. So it was I think it was bad for a minute there, but it cleared up.
Yeah, well, I fixed that too just now. I just went back in the settings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to for me to get mine. I kept looking at mine and seeing it on the TV and how bad it looked on my laptop, even though that is a really good laptop. But the camera on it is crap. It is complete crap. Now the problem is really weird is on my screen it looked fine, but on like YouTube it looked like crap. But now I'm on my tablet and I look up at my TV up there, and it looks great. I mean it's like 1080p, even though I don't pay. It's 720 because I don't pay StreamYard. So StreamYard, I have the paid for StreamYard. I do not have the professional paid for StreamYard, which allows 1080p, because they want way too much money for that.
But anyhow, to get back to your questions before about Burger King and all that other stuff. There. So China owns the banks.
Oh, okay, that's true.
So when all this stuff goes on, it's because, for one, our government is screwed up.
Yeah.
And they let this shit happen. And, when China was sending the checks over by ship, they sunk.
Yeah. You know what? I can believe that, Gary.
As much, I will say, I do know this, as much as America screws with our dollar and just prints money we shouldn't be printing, China does it about 100,000 times worse than we do.
Dude, I tell you what, going by what they're saying right now, by the end of 2025, they ain't gonna be printing a damn thing as far as money no more. It's all gonna be digital currency. They are trying to push that shit
Yeah, I know.
to
They're
go
trying to
100% across the board next year.
I am not a big fan of that. I do love
I'm a zero
legal
fan of that.
tender. I love
I'm
having
a zero fan.
Yeah, I don't want to go full digital at all.
I do not
then
want
they're
the
tracking
government.
everything you do.
That's right. That, you know what? Look, people don't understand. When the government controls the money, they will control you, period, end of story. Because you cannot live without your money.
They don't control me.
If they control your money, they will.
Hold on. What was that? I've got to go do something now. I've got to go change things.
So
the government has said I am being a bad person and I must do something different.
You have to. So
I'm not a big fan of the. I like the convenience of some of the digital stuff, but I don't want it to be that way. I still want the freedom of using cash.
If they stopped it today, all this stuff, PayPal and all this other, if they stopped it today, it wouldn't bother me one bit.
Shit, not me either, Gary. Not me either.
I could live without it.
I can send a check just as fast as I can type out a credit card number.
That's right, but Gary, most people don't even know what that little red flag on the mailbox even is used for. They don't even know what that is.
I use mine.
I know. I'm just saying. If you ask a young person these days,
see it in my camera. It's huge. It's monstrous.
You ask a young person what that red flag on the side of a mailbox means, they have no clue what that red flag means.
When you say whatsoever. Young, how young are you talking?
Dude, I'm talking about you can talk into the 40s, and people still won't even know what that shit means.
Like that. I can almost bet that Pinks Jr. knows what that red flag is, but he's not in there right now.
Well, the thing of it is that it's not whether they know what it is that it's being phased out so fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, is it's being phased out. So when you talk about people in their 40s, they know what it is, because my kids know what it is. And, our kids all know what it is. But when you get these kids that are fucking 18, 19, 20 years old, there's where the problem starts.
They know nothing about them. All they do know is digital currency. I mean, they're trained to know that shit.
I agree. That's bullshit. The IRS needed to know if you made more than $600 through one of those. No, they don't need to know that. When did it become that? Because if I win at a casino, they don't need to know unless I've won over how many $1,000 before they need to know. So why do they need to know it?
Okay, well, you got right here, Yellowhammer Garage Connor. He's 24 years old, and he knows a lot of people don't even know how to sign cursive or write a check.
Dude, true. You're right. You're right. It's true.
I like that answer though. It measures wind speed. If it's down, the wind is blowing hard. If the wind isn't blowing, it's up.
When it comes right down to it, they're brainwashing these kids, and they're not teaching them what we were taught in school.
Nope, sure ain't.
They are not.
Hey, I couldn't have a calculator when I was in school, but guess what? They get one now.
Oh no shit. That's I remember not being able to have a calculator. So
hey, we were forced in when we was going to school. You had to use your brain. You had to look up shit in an encyclopedia. You had to read it. You had to decipher it, and then you had to write that shit down on paper and hope that shit passed when your teacher read it. Now they can just get the answer. They're allowed to have a tablet in school. It's like my nephew. He don't even take a pen or a pencil to school at all. No paper, no pen, no nothing. All he takes is a damn laptop. He does his entire school on a laptop at school. Has no need for a pencil and paper.
Yeah, I got kicked out of class for not having a pencil one day, or because I didn't have a proper pencil. I had some scratch paper because my notebook. I didn't have time to grab it on the way to my class one day, and so I grabbed a piece of paper from somebody and had like a broken pencil, but it was a pencil and it worked. I was trying to take notes, and I got hell from my teacher and got kicked out of class that day. But because I wasn't serious about learning for some reason. I'm like, I guess I was a troublemaker in school. I'll grant you that.
Zach
And
don't know
and
how to
that,
write cursive.
but
What-
I
what was that, Gary?
doing what I was supposed to be doing.
Zach don't know how to write in cursive. To me, when we would learn how to write in cursive, that was an art.
And
Dude, I
suck at it.
accomplished. Look, when I finally learned how to write in cursive, dude, I accomplished something. That shit made me actually feel good because I could sign my name.
I used to write so small in cursive that my teachers would get on me, like when I had to write long essays or something, because I'd use college roll paper in middle school, and I would write so small I could probably fit 4 lines on a college roll line.
With a magnifying glass. Look at
Yeah, and it wasn't. It was so neat though. If you could read it and see it, if you would magnify it, it was like super neat. But then as I had to start writing bigger, it got not neat and it was hard to read. And that's the way I write now, and it's horrible. I can barely read my own writing.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, Zach. They're phasing it out.
Yep.
I don't know why they'd phase it out though.
I don't. It's just, our government.
Oh, I wasn't a rebel. Well, I actually was. I was a rebel in junior high because I was the Rohannon Rebels. But
Well,
I
see, you
wasn't
got to
a
remember
rebel.
they don't.
I was just
They
a
want.
bad child. I just
They
didn't-
want everything digital now. They want our money digital one day, and it's already been discussed in Washington and on the news about
Oh, I
chipping
know.
every single one of us. So they're wanting to do everything, so they have no need for paper, pencils. They just
Good
know you
luck
by a number.
chipping me.
What's that movie where they got the art and those numbers on their arm?
The barcode.
Yeah, and that's their life. Whatever those numbers are, those numbers go down when they hit 0. You're dead.
Oh, I don't. The hell was that? I was thinking of the Logan's Run, where it was when
they had the barcode that. Yeah.
Well, when the jewel on your hand turned red, you were 30 years old, and it was time to go to carousel. Means they killed you and turned you into food.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't never watched no shit like that.
A lot of
Don't
these
forget
movies
that
stuff that they made
Soylent
over the
Green. Soylent Green is people.
a lot of the movies they made over the year, this stuff is coming in play.
I know.
Well, if you think about it, Gary, we're not names anyway. we're not names to the government anyway. All we are is a social security number. They don't give a shit about our name.
That's
All we are is a social security number. That's it.
Yeah, and the Social Security number is also your selective service number. If
Well,
you
so you
were
got to
male.
look. That's the one thing in your life that you can't change.
Well,
You're born with that damn social security number, and you'll die with that same damn social
Nope,
security number.
not true anymore, because I've known people that had to change them when they got stolen by other people, and they had to get new Social Security numbers.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call bullcrap because mine was just stolen in Denver when I got robbed, and they wouldn't let me change my social.
Really?
Yeah, no, because they stole my social and my ID.
Okay, but if you prove that they used it and started doing fraud with it, you can't. There is a way to get it changed.
Okay, well, my
But
credit's so
you
bad.
don't have anything for them to steal and do. Yeah, they could defraud you. Try and use your social. They're getting a whole bunch
But see,
of
I've
zero
never
amount of
known.
credit.
I personally never known
I've been
anybody to have a
rebuilding
social
my
security
credit.
number
I'm
change.
pretty impressed.
Yeah, there have been a few, Salty. It's not a lot, but and
The only way I could think you could get your social security number changed if you went into like the witness protection program or something like that.
You have to go
give you a
through court
complete
to
new
get it
ID
done.
and everything.
It's a long process. You have to have a good lawyer to actually have it happen, and it usually only happens, like I said, for one, witness protection probably does it, WITSEC. But the other would be is if your identity was stolen and it was screwed up so bad that the only way to recover was to get a new identity, meaning a new social security card.
Well, does that mean your credit starts back off at 0 if you got bad credit?
Pretty much.
At least you can start from there and not take all the bad credit with
Well,
you.
the problem is your credit gets ruined by malicious actors, you know.
Yeah, but if you get a new social, you don't have bad credit no more.
What was that, Jacob?
What was your worst credit score you've ever had in your life?
Oh, 500.
I hit 430.
Wow.
Mine was when I was actually building my credit.
Mine is not great. It's in the high 600s, but that to me is crap.
Oh, mine in that was 550.
But it's going to go down because I'm not making enough money to pay my bills like I used to.
Oh, mine's going up. None but up. I got lucky with that Kia that I got let get repossessed because I bought it right before the market of cars was ridiculous. Yeah. Repossessed when the market of cars was great. It paid it off at auction.
Yeah, it still goes against. It's still bad on your credit report, though.
It says paid off in full and sent me a check.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I have to honestly say I've been down to 480 before.
Yeah, no, I've been there.
Hey, yeah, like I said, my worst score was when I was actually building my credit. Evidently, I've never let my credit go back.
I have to say, knowingly, my worst score was 500. It may have been lower than that, but I didn't know it. Didn't care. But I think now that it's down to 680 again after being over 800, it's killing me. Because
the interest rates will kill the shit out of you.
Well, it's just the pay cut I took, and then my bills now have got to be, and my student loans started paying back this month. So
another bill. Damn.
My last time I made a payment on my student loans, which that was my idiotic thing. I should have just kept paying during the whole time they were put on pause, but I had the other bills to pay, and I put money into them.
I thought Biden wiped those out.
Before this one, my last payment was $40,000. It was a one-time $40,000 payment, and I still owe $37,000.
I thought Biden wiped all those student loan things out.
No, he didn't. He tried to wipe out some, $10,000, $20,000 if you had a Pell Grant, but that got. Somebody sued somebody in Texas, and it got overturned, so it didn't happen. And yes, I'll tell you right now, that pissed me off because after paying, I've paid over $60,000 into a $70,000 student loan.
Okay,
I still owe $37,000.
Your new job, did it require No. So your student loans have done nothing for you.
They're useless. It's used my degree, which would have been a good degree had I gotten it 10 years before I did. And I wouldn't have to start over.
What was it?
IT,
yeah.
security,
Brendan's
security, networking, administration.
He uses his, and he just got a job at Puyallup Drive, but he gets paid $38 an hour.
Yeah, that's more than I make.
With overtime. He gets a good amount of overtime.
I don't get overtime. I'm sorry. No,
the thing about it is that when I got down to 480, that's when I got sick back in 03. So I was out of work for a year. So all my bills went backwards on me. But the thing about it is I never filed bankruptcy or anything. And then the $40,000 that I was behind, I paid off in 3 years by working overtime and doing side jobs and selling cars and stuff like that. So, I mean, a lot of people, they just jump down and file bankruptcy, but I'm sorry, but bankruptcy, it follows you for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
because when you buy a house or whatever, they say, have you ever filed bankruptcy?
If it's been over 7 years, you can say no legally. Yeah. If it's been over 7 years, you can say no legally, and they're not allowed to look into it.
Well, right. I feel what Mach 1's saying with it's part of, like, not your manhood, but just your personal self. It feels better if you didn't file it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree.
But my thing is right there is that, see, the thing of it is you sign that dotted line when you say no, I never filed bankruptcy. You sign that dotted line saying that everything I stated here is true.
You can still do it, and you can still do it legally.
No, they can come back on you on that.
Actually,
they sure can.
That's not true. If you look into the law,
okay, legally it can't come back on you, but
but that's on you. Yeah, mentally, yeah, you're like, I lied, But
look, they might not come back. They might not come out and say anything to you about it, but they know about it. And then that could affect whether you get hired, whether you get approved for a loan or whatever. They might not tell you about it, but they know about it.
Your insurance and everything? No.
Yep.
Like car insurance? Yeah. We aren't talking about that. My car insurance is ridiculous.
You know why? You know why? Because it's they base your car insurance now off your credit score.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And my driving record, I have 90-something speeding tickets. My driving record is terrible.
You have to look at this other thing is there are different credit scores, and your credit score that they look at for insurance is not the one you look at for getting a loan, not the one you look at for getting a car loan, which is different from a house loan. They have so many different credit scores they look at. You've got the one main one that you see, but there are like
they use 3
5
different
other
credit
ones.
scores. They use,
Huh?
they use 3 different credit scores.
Yeah, Equifax.
What they do, and they take the
lowest.
average of those 3 credit scores, and that's your credit.
Well, that's the credit you know of, but if you look
No,
on
that's the
certain
credit
things,
the bank goes by.
no. Well, for
Oh,
depends on
yeah.
what-
Trust
there
me.
are no. I'm saying for insurance, they have an insurance credit score, which is different from your regular credit score.
It's still,
Look into it.
they still go
Look
off
into
the-
it. There. Okay. And what are those 3 businesses? Those are 3 privately
business loans and
for-profit
everything.
businesses that shouldn't be making up credit scores.
They don't make up credit scores. They go by the total of the 3, and they go by those 3 credit scores.
You're not listening to me. Those 3 credit scores.
You're not listening to me because
No,
I've done this shit for 58 fucking years.
Okay, whatever. There's more
I'm
than.
just telling you like it is, dude. I've been business. I've had business loans.
I
I've
understand that. I'm saying those.
telling you right now, your insurance goes. They take the 3. They total those.
But
up.
I'm asking those 3 credit scores. Are you talking like TransUnion, whatever their names are, Experian, and all that?
They take all 3 of those.
Okay,
together.
that's what I'm saying. Is those 3 businesses are for-profit businesses? Why do they get to make up your credit score? Why do they get to decide what it is?
Listen, man. I don't know.
You know,
how to work.
that's
the
all
way
I'm
it is.
saying.
That's just the way it is. Those guys.
I know.
They take it, they total them, and they take the average of your credit, and that's where they come up with your credit.
Yeah,
the thing is, Pinks, we don't get to make that decision.
If
The
you
government
look
makes that
at
decision.
You can say you look at Equifax and TransUnion, okay? We'll just go by what's that? They use
Experian?
those Experian. Okay, you take those credit scores right there. One will be just say 759. The other one will be 800. So then, what they do, they just take and they total them out. And
Yeah.
I agree. It shouldn't be that way. That's just the way it is.
I know. It's so. All 3 of them are so different too.
My whole thing of it is
different.
why does your credit score? Why should they even bother with your credit score when it comes to your fucking car insurance? What the hell does either one of those have
I
anything to
know.
do with the other?
I agree. I think it should be a driving record, which mine both are terrible, so I'm already screwed.
Yeah,
But
you would not want them to go off your driving record.
That's what they used to go by. But see, the thing about it is that when they go by your credit score, they profit more off of it.
Oh
yeah, that's what it is. It's all a money game, Gary. You're right.
Do you remember when you used to be able to walk into a bank and you knew the people who worked there and you needed a loan, and what they'd look at is a loan you'd had previously through them and how you paid it, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're going to approve you for this loan. You're still making money, and you paid every time. You were always on time." We look at that. Now they don't even look. A computer looks at it and goes, "Oh, your credit score's this. You're denied."
or not denied. Your credit score's worse. Your it's more. How does that make sense?
I don't know.
I'm just telling you, dude. They go through it, and that's how they work your credit. And
Yep.
pay your bills on time because listen, I've seen people get their phone bill and drop their credit score.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, all that stuff didn't count. My sister was the president of the bank that I go through right now back in the 80s. I walked in to get a loan for a 72 Corvette. They gave me the loan. That was my first time loan.
Yeah.
They gave me
Wow.
the loan. No problem.
A 72?
A 72 Corvette.
I do like those. Those
It's
were good.
72. Is that a C or
I
C4?
was 18.
Gary, as tall and as big as the person you is, I ain't talking about you're fat. I'm just talking. You're a large human being compared to my little bitty short ass. I'm just saying. How did you fold yourself up in a 72 Corvette?
Once you're in it, it's fine. It's
Oh, yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3.5".
I'm
He's taller
6'6".
than me.
I'm
So
6'6".
I mean, when I bought that Corvette, I weighed about 180 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I went 185 at 6'6".
So the thing of it is that when I sat down, I had to crawl in that car and crawl out. No shit. And it felt like I was riding in a go-kart.
Now, let me ask you something. Now, how long did you actually keep that 72 Corvette after you went through all that shit,
3
crawling
years.
in and crawling out and shit like that?
3 years.
Was
3
you
years.
happy to sell it?
Yeah, because I got a 57 Chevy out of it.
Oh
Well, hell yeah. I'd have been happy to sell it too. Hell yeah.
Hey, I'm
Yeah, the
6'6",
car was cool. A
Chevy
lot of
Sonic.
fun to drive.
What's up, Barbecue Mike? How you doing, buddy?
I had a Chevy Sonic, a tiny car that everyone looks at me that I'm 6'6". I was like, this seat goes far enough back that I can't reach the pedals.
Yeah.
Damn, you're 6'6".
I am.
Yes, he is.
Goddamn, dude, you're a full foot taller than me. I'm only 5'6". I'm a little bitty midget compared to you.
Yeah, I'm as tall as Cletus.
He's
But
5
you know, the
inches
thing
taller than
about
I
it
am.
is, the thing
But
is,
I still weigh more than you though. Why? There's something wrong with that picture.
Hey, I'll get older. I'll get older.
we go back to the credit score thing. You look right here at Barbecue Mike. He some of these companies won't hire you if you got bad credit.
You're right, 100%. I mean, companies
Hey,
will
Nate.
not give you a
Nate,
job
how
if
long
you
were
got
you
bad
down
credit.
there?
Like 5 seconds.
Okay, because I was like, because you were down below in the basement. I didn't
I
hear
went
the,
dog.
it makes a noise when people come in, but I didn't hear it.
See, Nate was down in the dungeon, not the basement. He was in the
But
dungeon.
yeah, he was down in the dungeon. He was on the second row.
I didn't hear it because we're all talking at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably got a lot to add to this about the credit thing and stuff like that. That's probably why he jumped on.
No, I just got sick of watching all my other YouTube stuff, and I looked at the time and went, "Ooh, live night. It's Wednesday, not Thursday."
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because tomorrow night we'll all be bored because there will be no live stream.
Did Paul stop doing live streams?
I don't know. I haven't been to. No offense, but I like Paul and Sally, but I haven't been to one of their live streams in a
I
very
haven't
long time.
seen them the last couple weeks, but I mean, I've looked and haven't found them, but it could just
Well,
be I
from
missed them.
our niche group where we used to have a damn live stream about every single night of the week, I kind of
Yeah,
miss
it's
those
pretty much
now that
dropped
we're going
off.
into. Now that we're kind of going into the winter, that's the part I enjoy the live streams the most is in the wintertime because it's a lot of fun.
It's going in the wintertime, so the people will probably be back doing live streams. I'm thinking Boosted, he'll probably start doing them again, you know, and
Maybe.
I've been doing them when Funky's not been doing them. I've been doing them on Fridays, you know.
Yeah, I've noticed that, Gary.
Where
I
were
noticed
you
you've been
last
doing
Friday
that.
then? Where were you last Friday? Because I was bored.
Listen, with all this contract and everything going on right now, it's a pain in the ass. And then you got these people shooting these contracts down, and these contracts are freaking like best contracts they've had in 50 years.
Yeah.
And they're still shooting them down.
People are shooting them down. I'm thinking, man, you're out of your mind.
You know what's going to happen, Gary? They're going to keep on shooting these damn things down. And then the automakers are actually going to come in and say, hey, this is it. Fuck you, take it or leave it. We're going to hire other people.
No, Salty, listen, I'm telling you, Ford Motor Car Company and Stellantis both, they're getting into the robots.
Well, see?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? And that's going to force the automakers to put humans out of jobs if humans don't quit doing all this bullshit. And like you say, they're going to go to robots.
Yeah, because robots are good demand to strike.
Well, you know, they don't have to pay them. They don't have to pay them hourly raise. They don't have to have fucking insurance on them. They ain't got to have damn unions.
They pay for one time in repairs. That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. They'll have to hire a few guys. They'll have to have a few guys around there for maintenance, but they'll pay those damn maintenance guys so damn good they ain't gonna never want to go anywhere because they'll be making the best money they've ever made in their life.
That is why I'm gonna try to convince my kids to become robot mechanics. They're gonna be like, "What do I want to do when I grow up? Robot mechanic."
When they buy these robots and put these robots on the assembly lines and everything else, they'll have a company to come in and keep those robots up. They won't have to be inside the plant.
That's right. You're right.
These
It'll be a
companies
contract.
that sell the robots will be right.
And I'm like you, Gary. I don't know why all these guys are turning these contracts down, especially when you say it's the best contracts they've ever been offered in their life, and they're still turning them down. Makes no sense, man.
That was like the Ford offering that contract with their employees because they were all on strike and offered it better than the contract.
Well, see, you got to look, Mr.
Gary.
Mr. Gary is part of it. He's a union rep. He's vice president of a union, UAW. So
this thing, Ford Motor Car Company, they're the guys that were on strike. They're paying them for every day they were on strike.
So, well, they don't give a shit if they strike forever. Then they're just still getting paid.
Yeah, these guys are getting paid by the companies.
See, if they cut that damn payout while they're on strike, and look, if you ain't in here doing production and making money, then you don't get no money. That's what they need to cut out. They need to force their damn hand.
Pinks, do you get cost of living where you work?
No.
They're getting cost of living back in the big three.
Really?
That's
All
what I
these guys
heard.
are
Last time I got cost of living was when I was in the Army.
Well, listen, the big three's getting cost of living back. Dude,
Yeah.
it's huge. Because cost of living
Well-
in Michigan right now is like what 9.7 or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Look, I don't
gotta
even
raise-
I don't even think the writer's strike in Hollywood is over with yet. I think they're still pushing that
No, the
stupid
writer's
shit too.
strike is over. The writer's strike's been over.
It
The,
is.
Well-
the actor's strike is not.
Okay, well that,
Insurance on strike. The casinos are out on strike.
I mean it's crazy, man. You know, it's just
How is
you look,
it on
it's
strike?
it's like dominoes, man. It's
Wait,
like
now-
dominoes. When one thing falls, they start falling.
Exactly. Because the casinos here in Detroit are UAW.
Really?
Yes.
I
All casinos here.
I think the last union I was in was the union at Boeing. I don't remember what it was. The Boeing.
Was it Union
Aircraft.
747?
I don't remember what the union's name is anymore. It's been so damn long.
You know, and now that you mentioned that, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gary.
These guys, I'm sorry, thanks, Funky, but these guys, listen, man, they're getting 25% raises over the life of their contract.
Holy
Jesus.
shit!
They get 10% plus the cost of living, dude. That's 20% raise right there.
Damn.
Wow.
And they're still
And
denying
this
it?
contract, these guys be making $42, $43 an hour, man.
Good Lord.
Sounds like I
So-
need to move out there.
I got
No,
a little
no.
bit of a raise this year for my job. You know, first year, I got a raise. It wasn't huge, but it was something. But I'm salaried, so
My
I'm
raise every
still
my,
not making what I made at my last job. How's that?
You
And
see,
that's
the
not
thing-
including my overtime and everything else.
see the thing. When I get a raise, it's all public. The whole world knows I get a raise because I get a because me being disabled, I get a COLA raise
But
and
the thing about it is
on my
that
disability.
if you look at, and that's cost of living. But
Yeah.
the thing about it is that, okay, we'll use Sublime for an example because he had a job making $15 an hour. Because he wasn't happy at that job, he left it for half that money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But now he's making probably more than what he would have made at the other job, but he had to go through the hoops again.
Oh yeah.
I'm just you know the song Mr. Mom, the country song? That's
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
That's me. I don't
But see,
want
I like controlling my own thing, man. I don't like being up under the foot of somebody else. I've never liked that shit.
I don't like it, but I enjoy hanging out with my kids every day.
Well, the thing about it is, when I ran the junkyard full time, I never had any vacations, never had any time off. I worked 7 days a week. There's times I would come home in the morning, take a shower, and then go right back to the junkyard.
Yeah.
So when I got a job, when I got a real job, I got vacations. I worked overtime if I wanted to. I didn't have to. You know, it's a different life.
See, no,
Dude.
I worked restoration, fire and water restoration, and I went salary. And I was told I'd get 3 weeks of vacation, but if you try to take your vacation even a month out, they'd threaten to fire you.
That's actually illegal. But
Hey, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things illegal that's not illegal
like I
in
said,
the,
you have
in
to
the
prove it.
government eyes anymore, in the public eyes.
No, they would be like, you were doing 90 in your car the other day. Like, it's a personal car. I shouldn't even have a tracker in this.
You got a cell phone?
Barbecue
No,
Mike,
they had a tracker in the car, but I pulled their tracker out. Threatened me, fire me.
truck
Just for
drivers need to go on strike.
What's that?
Yeah, but was you driving a?
Says, us truck drivers need to go on strike.
No.
Do
Getting
that
back to getting back to what you were saying a while ago, Pinks. You mentioned that shit, and I'm looking for that domino to fall next. I'm looking for the airlines to go on strike because they gonna see all this big money and shit. Bullshit. Don't tell me they can't. Bullshit.
What was it? Was it
Hey, the
Alaskan
employee.
Airlines?
Hey, the
All I
employees
said
don't want to
was
go to work.
again. That's all
Hey,
I
them-
said was again because they went on
Say.
not that long ago.
Was it
I'm
no Alaskan Airlines where 30 pilots just up and quit and they couldn't fly planes?
It was one of them, but I don't remember.
What they did to Delta. Look what
Yeah.
they did to their employees, man.
Yep.
You know, those guys, they lost money, they lost insurance, they lost everything, man. It was horrible.
Dude, a lot of them lost their damn. A lot of them lost a lot of their 401k too.
When the guys had 30 years in there, they had to go start somewhere, start all over.
Yep. Damn sure did, man.
Hey,
My
I know.
dad-
It killed me. That's another thing that I hated about leaving my old job is I had 6 weeks of vacation a year, and now I get 2, and I'm using every bit of it for the surgery I have coming up, plus all my sick time. And it's lucky that I'm going to be off between December and January, so my new stuff starts in January, so I get half of my vacation and sick time,
So
and I have to use most of that too.
Why did you leave your other job though, Beans?
Because he
To
moved.
move to get out of that state.
He moved from Washington State down to Alabama.
The crime rate here, Dad, is terrible. But other than that, you get 16 weeks off paid, 90% of your pay for any medical expense. If you have a child, even if you're a male and you have a kid, you get 16 weeks off, 90%.
I know until Washington runs out of money, which they are doing.
16 weeks.
16 weeks.
FEMA or
Holy
whatever.
fucking shit.
FMLA, Family Medical.
FMLA, that's it. State
Dude,
FMLA.
I don't know anything about that. I was a truck driver. So is Mike. You don't get that kind of fucking shit.
Per se, your immediate family. So if your mom, your dad,
It's through the state, so you do get it.
If your mom, dad, or kid go through like cancer or anything like
FMLA, people's got to understand FMLA is federal.
Well,
it's
there is federal FMLA,
federal, but
then Washington has Washington FMLA, which is separate from the federal FMLA.
I get the same thing Washington gets right here in Michigan.
The Family Medical Leave Act. Yeah.
No, I had a kid, and I told them that I was leaving for 16 weeks because my kid was born, and they threatened to fire me and everything. And then offered me a new position and gave me a fat raise. So I was like, And they're like, if you go on this leave, you're not getting this raise.
Dude, when my kid was born, I came home, spent a day watching that little motherfucker be born. The next day, getting over from a hangover, and the next day I was right back in the seat of that truck driving again.
Oh, I didn't want to be home when he was born. I didn't want to be home at all.
I was right back working. Because they offered me a good raise. I was like, what?
Jacob was born. I took off Saturday and Sunday, and then I went back to work and said, to hell with him.
Well, see, now FMLA, you can use FMLA periodically. You don't have to use it all at one time.
Nope,
no, you don't. You have a year to use it. Yeah, I can wait 12 months and then take 16 weeks off. Or 11.
You can do that, but you don't have to do it all at one time. You can do it however you want to do it. If you're at work and you leave 4 hours early, you can use FMLA to leave 4 hours early.
Yeah.
But my work, it is federally regulated.
My work threatened me.
People take advantage of that too. Like there's a girl, Autumn, my fiance. She's a physician's assistant. She works with a nurse practitioner. She had a baby, used like 8 weeks of it, came back to work, and then using 4 hours here, 4 hours there, to the point of where my fiance was stuck doing all the work because the other girl was never there.
Right.
Oh yeah, 100%. A lot of people take advantage of that shit.
That's just spiteful coworkers, because like I've definitely took a week off vacation, came back to work before. Even at my last job in Tennessee, all my coworkers are like, we did nothing while you were gone for your position, so now you just have a pile of papers.
That's the what is it? It's the federal is it's 12 weeks unpaid, but it secures your job. That's the thing. But in Washington, they have a thing where you actually still get paid.
Yeah,
it's not full pay though. It's only like.
Are you sure you're not talking about SNA?
No, it's not. It's part of the FMLA, but it's called Washington FMLA. At least it was when I was living there.
No, it is. It's WFMLA.
Yeah, that's it. And it gives you some pay. It's not your full pay, but it's pay.
It's 90% now. It used to be 60.
Oh wow! So it was 60 when I was there.
And then so like my girl, she
90% till they tax it.
Yeah, there you go, Gary.
90% till they tax it, and don't tell me they don't tax it.
Oh, they tax it.
So in reality, you're still only getting that 60%.
Okay, Washington State does not have a state income tax though. There's no state income tax.
No, and like when Caitlin, when she had every one of her 5 kids that we have 5 kids. Her Starbucks pays you the other 10% that FMLA.
Oh yeah, Starbucks is pretty good. I will never.
So, me being in the union, I get 65% of my pay. then
Nice.
the company gives me the other 40, so I get 95% of my pay.
Sweet.
There you go.
See what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you'll never miss that little 5%.
yeah.
Well, my girl, she's worked at Starbucks for 11 years, and she's hating it now. And Amazon just offered her a position at $110K a year salary.
Michigan sucks.
I wouldn't do it because I've been hearing some really bad talk from Amazon about how they're letting people go left and right.
It's not
warehouse
the
workers.
Amazon that you think, though. It's an Amazon fresh store. You know, they're actual grocery stores.
Oh, the ones that are shutting down in most of the country.
Yeah, we only have 2 here, though. They offer her a position.
Okay, see, that's the thing. And if she took that, she wouldn't be able to transfer to the east because there aren't any out here.
My daughter's ex-boyfriend worked for Amazon, dude, and they treated him like shit.
Oh yeah.
Amazon,
I got a
I've
friend.
had friends work for Amazon in their warehouses. You're a robot that's not a robot.
I got
they're
a friend.
replacing
I got a
them. They've
friend of
got
mine
new
who was a
robots
driver.
replacing
from
those guys.
Amazon.
I have a
Like
friend
I said, I
that's a
got
driver. He loves being a driver, bro. They pay him like $23 an hour, and he works.
my buddy
hours.
hated it, man,
UPS
because
pays
they were
better.
working the dog shit out of him. I mean,
UPS
oh my
pays
God
better.
almighty.
Yeah, no, my buddy's getting work the dog shit out of him too, but he loves the money, so he just keeps with
Yeah,
it.
but the money ain't worth a shit if you're too goddamn tired to spend it.
Who
and if
is
you're too
it?
tired to enjoy your family or something like
Huh?
that. I mean,
Or you hate your life.
My buddy Sapo.
yeah, no shit.
Yeah. 'Cause these
Hey,
guys
but
are
fellas-
young and they don't realize they don't know any better.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna cut out of here, man. I'm gonna jump out of here for tonight, and you guys have a great one, man. I
It's
appreciate
okay.
you.
I'm going
Pinks.
to be in here probably in 5-10 minutes anyway.
All right, so
Gary. You too, Mr. Gary. Nate, talk to you later. Pinks Jr., take care of Zach. Y'all have a good one, man. Y'all have a
like I
good
said,
Later,
if
Salty.
Funky don't go live on Friday, then usually I would kind of take it up for him. So
Yeah, but last Friday you was busy as hell and he wasn't
Oh,
doing.
it's-
Is he still sick?
I was, huh?
Is he still sick?
No, he's feeling better now.
Okay, good.
He's feeling better now.
Hey, you
Funky's a good dude. I like.
your grandson for his birthday the other day? You don't even call.
Shut up.
I got a lot of kids. Don't worry. Little tykes have shit.
You Funky.
Oh,
How many kids you got, man?
Well, I have 3, and then my sister has like I don't even know. She keeps going up. I think she's pregnant now.
she is.
But look at it. It's got eyes.
I know. That's cute.
And this door, not a thing anymore. Took it off fully
Why?
because Camden kept breaking it off, and I just
Oh, okay. You took it out. Okay.
I didn't take it off. It was like the 5th time of fixing the motherfucker. I was like, you just don't need the door.
Barbecue Mike, I thought when I talked to Funky, he said he was feeling better. Is he still sick?
I think he's asking a question there.
No, he said Funky been sick.
Yeah, I think he's just asking a question without a question.
Yeah,
mark.
I'm not gonna lie. I've talked to Funky for the last year in your guys' live chats. I thought he was always sick in the mind. I thought that was just a
He
normal
is real
thing.
sick in the head, but he's a good-
Okay. Tell us who in these chats aren't sick in the head.
We're here together, baby.
Agreed.
There's a reason why we get along.
I'm the head.
Okay, so yeah, he's been sick, but he's okay now. He's okay, good.
Hey, Jacob, did you watch the Sandrell episode today?
Cletus, of course.
Yeah. Okay, just asking. That's all.
Did
Oh,
you?
Of
When
course.
are you actually going to get your surgery? December?
December 12th.
So that's when you're going under.
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday. I have 2 surgeries.
So
They're doing the one.
Who's gonna take care of you?
The one from the side, that's the upper 2, is the Tuesday, and then the 2 from the where they're coming from the front are the lower 2. So they're doing what is it? S1 to L5, L5 to L4, L4 to L3, and L3 to
So they're
L2.
going to take your guts and set them out of
Move them out of the way, yeah. And maybe while they're in there and they put it all back together, they can fix that hernia I have, because I have one of those hernias that pushes out my belly button.
That cost extra.
Hey,
Plus tax.
whatever. They got to show me up anyway. It doesn't bother me.
Usually they will fix it.
Yeah, a lot of times they do, because these are like simple hernias and it doesn't take a lot to fix it. It's a lot of guys have them and they don't bother you at all. They're really, you can feel it in your belly button. What up, Brelsford?
Brailsford. Yeah, well, I've had my hernias for a couple of years. I got a big one right here, and I got one on
You're
my
getting
side.
you're getting yours fixed though, aren't you?
Yeah, I got to lose the weight again.
Yeah, I need to too. Well, when I lose weight, and I don't even know I have the hernia anymore. When I lose enough weight.
Yeah, I feel good when I lose weight. But being where my position and stuff with the union and everything like that, we eat out all the time, and it's horrible. So I got to stop.
And you're stressed all the time.
No, I'm pretty good. I'm not really that stressed.
You know, I was really I enjoyed watching the video. Then I'm glad you made the storage video of the Mach 1s. I enjoyed seeing that, and I enjoyed hearing them. I really did. It's just sad to see them get put away for the winter.
It is, man. That's what sucks about Michigan.
It does. But Michigan's so beautiful during the summer, especially. But I've always loved it. I've been to Michigan numerous times, and in probably all 4 seasons. And yeah, it can get a little humid and hot sometimes in the summer, but it's not nearly as bad as it is down here.
No, you guys.
I've had so much fun in Michigan. I need to get up. I need to get up to northern Michigan again. Not to the UP, but northern Michigan. I got some friends up there.
Yeah.
Just to hang out and sit in the woods, you know, and drink some beers and hang out and ride some 4-wheelers and just the normal stuff. Maybe I'd love to get a tag and go up there and go hunting sometime, but.
Yeah, I got to get back into hunting. Man, I haven't hunted in the last 3 years because I've been too busy.
I haven't hunted in probably like 40 years. 30 years.
It's only been a couple years for me. I got to get out and get my beagles and try to run them this winter because I haven't ran them in over a year.
What's that?
My beagles.
Oh
yeah. Yeah.
What do you generally hunt for? What's your game?
I like rabbit and squirrel. You know.
You ever do any of the fowl, the duck, the grouse?
I used to do grouse and stuff like that, but it just seemed you go up to like Rose City, you squat down. I like hunt with a 410 because it's close range, you know. And so I drop down there and they're just too easy to shoot, man.
What, grouse? Yeah.
But I like rabbit because and those grouse will start beating their chest, you know. Oh yeah.
What do you hunt rabbit with?
410.
410?
Yeah. Yep. Shoot them in the head.
Yeah. I actually really like. I know from West Virginia when I was a kid, my grandmother used to cook it for me when our neighbor would kill them. Rabbit and squirrel. Not at the same. Well, I've actually had a stew that had both rabbit and squirrel in it, but both of them. My grandmother used to cook rabbit and squirrel both really well, and she'd tell me what they were after I tried them.
Right.
You know. And then first time I had venison, I was loving it. And my sisters come in there, you're eating Bambi. And so I started crying because I was like 5 or 6.
Right.
I'm crying while I'm eating it. I didn't stop eating it because it was good.
First time I ate venison, I shit for a week.
Really?
Oh yeah, because venison, man, it's not. It just goes right through you. It's not like.
I don't remember because I was so young. I know it was hamburger. The first time I had venison was hamburger, and the second time I had it was backstrap.
Oh, yes.
That was so much better.
Yeah, we put that. So yeah, like I said, rabbit, squirrel, and stuff like that. I mean, I've hunted others. I've hunted grouse. I've hunted pheasant and stuff like that. But the most fun I have is with rabbit and squirrel because a lot of times I'll take a 22.
Yeah.
But you gotta have a good lead on them though when you shoot them. Yeah. And my buddies would be like, man, I'm trying to shoot your dogs. I said, trust me, you'll see that rabbit way before you see my dogs.
Do you thump your foot after you eat the rabbit, or do you crave carrots? No, not really. Rabbit's actually really tasty. It's got a really good, distinctive flavor.
Rabbit to me is the other chicken.
Yeah, I like rabbit. I think squirrel's a little bit more greasy, gamey-ish, but it's not bad, and I prefer it in stew.
Well, now what I used to do because it was easy. When I shoot squirrels, I debone them.
Yeah.
Fry up the meat, cut it up in chunks, and fry it up, and then I get demi stew out the beef, and I mix it with.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
So it's quite easy because it's already got the gravy and everything, and then all you gotta do is just cook the meat and put it in it.
Huh. Never thought about it. See, my grandmother always cooked it, so I never had to worry about it. Once I was no longer with my grandmother, I haven't had it since.
Then you get like chicken and dumplings.
Yeah.
Well, my aunt up in the UP makes rabbit and dumplings.
Rabbit and dumplings. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I can do that because that's a good combination. The meat falls apart once it's.
Yes.
Hey, you're echoing a little bit there, Zach.
There you go.
Thank you. I don't know what that was. It was weird. Yeah, I haven't had it, but I do love duck. I've had grouse.
Duck is greasy.
Have you?
But
You know, it's really weird. Is I've had dove because I've been to China before, and dove is like a delicate, and it's so good.
yes.
I felt really bad because I see this dove and it's beautiful and it's pretty and it's lying there and it's dead and then later on, about 2 hours later, we were eating it and I was like, oh my God, could you kill another like 3 or 4 of those, please?
Because what I used to do is stick my fingers in the dove and just pry its chest off and just get the breast.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of things to it. I've hunted my whole life and I enjoy it, but I just haven't had the time to do it last couple of years.
You don't do deer or anything?
I did used to do deer, but I haven't had time to set up and do it lately.
And it's really hard once you're like me. I couldn't pull a deer out of the woods. There's no way I'd get one out of the woods by myself. Well, when I was younger, I could, but now
I put it on, and I just kind of like the soldiers did back in the day. You know, where they put them on that little thing, that little gurney type thing.
That gurney strap.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know. My Uncle Tip, up in West Virginia, when he got a little older, my dad bought him one of those 4-wheelers, the big ones with the racks on it, and that helped him. So when he'd go kill a deer, he'd be able to just get it on that 4-wheeler on the back of it and just take it home.
I do the same thing. I got a Honda Foreman. I do the same thing.
Yeah,
but
that's basically
years I haven't done it.
But I do miss fresh deer. I haven't had it in forever, and I could hunt here, but I just I haven't hunted in so freaking long. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I could do it anymore.
Venison chili is the best.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Yes.
I don't care what anybody says, man. My aunt can make the best venison chili ever. I mean, it's got a nice little bite to it. It's not too hot. You know what I'm saying? It's just perfect.
I love venison chili. It's got a good flavor to it.
Yes, it does.
I've never had venison chili, but the venison, my favorite way to eat it is gonna be jerky. If it's smoked right, venison jerky.
Venison jerky's good.
I agree.
Venison jerky's good.
But I'm not denying your chili. I've never had the chili, but jerky is my favorite way to eat it.
And ever since my sisters told me about me eating Bambi while I was eating a hamburger made out of venison, they have been known as Bambi burgers to me ever since. And I don't have a problem with that.
I mean, at first as a child, like that's kind of fucked up, but it's funny.
I was like 5 or 6, Jake, when my sisters told me I was eating Bambi. Why I was eating it, and I literally started.
I'm also like 5 or 6. Just deny the beard.
Yeah,
I ate raccoon. People's cooked it, and then you had to do like pulled pork.
Yeah,
raccoon like that. Oh, it makes great sandwiches.
I've never
raccoon. You can eat raccoon.
Yeah,
I've never had raccoon.
Yeah,
and some of the raccoons I've met in life, I would not want to eat because they were living in the city. City raccoons, I would not eat.
Hold on. Does he look smaller now? Now that we're in light.
Yeah, he still does.
Hey, in some countries they eat dog. What's the difference?
I've actually had dog until I was told it was dog, and it wasn't that good. Actually, it's got a weird texture to it.
Does it?
And now you got to remember this isn't China. These are farm raised dogs that are raised for meat. It's just like a cow. And so I didn't have a issue with it that way. I had an issue with I didn't like the taste of it. And I didn't like it before I was even told what it was. And then somebody came up to me and said, you're eating dog. I was like, well, I'm not eating it anymore because it doesn't taste very good. It's a weird, like a mealy texture, for meat. It just wasn't right. And I was like, why would anybody eat this? It's not that good.
A buddy of mine, he brought his wife over from the Philippines.
Yeah.
And so when he first started dating her, his brothers and stuff would say, "You see that dog going down that street? That three-legged dog?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "Somebody got that dog, cut its leg off and cooked it because it's hungry." You know,
Oh, that's
so and they do eat dog over there, right?
yeah.
So anyhow, he brought his wife over here, and she made us all this dinner for work, and she brought it in there, and it had meatballs and stuff. And I looked there, I says, "I'm not gonna start barking after I eat this, are you?" And she goes, "You dumb hillbilly! I didn't make no dog."
Now, I know in Philippines, dog is not eaten that much, not like it is in like Korea and China.
Right.
And it's actually waning in both China and Korea. They're doing less and less of it.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
I understand. I wouldn't eat a pet, but these were farm raised, just like we farm raised cattle. I've had cattle before that I thought were cool, and I wouldn't want to eat them because they were kind of pets to me.
Right.
But I made the mistake years ago of when I met this piglet that my dad bought. I named it and played with it.
Name them.
Did you name it Chris P. Bacon? Because that's the only.
No, that would have been an awesome name. But he became a Hawaiian luau, and I got to be the one to watch him die.
So we had this. My aunt had this pig up on the hill.
I learned a lesson that day.
What you learned? Don't never name them.
You don't ever name food. Never name your food.
Correct.
So
my coworker has 2 pigs, and he named them. And you know Chris Page. I've talked about him many times, Dad. So he moved to a cow farm and bought it, and he had a freezer, a 20 by 20 freezer that came with it. They bought 4 cows just to live on the land and eat the grass and fed it. And his wife, when I went over there, she started telling me the names. Chris goes, "They don't have names." She was like, "No, this name is this." I was like, "What happens when you guys eat them?" She goes, "I've already told my husband that he's going to have to do it when I'm gone. He's just going to have to shoot them, and they're just going to have to be hung."
Listen.
And I went there one day, and he goes, "Jacob, she's gone at work right now, and they're fat.
Yeah, time to do it."
He's like, "You want to help me kill a cow?" I was like, "What are we doing it with?" He's like, "A 22. You just have to hit it right in the fucking skull." I was like, "Not a bigger gun?" He goes, "No, I don't want to ruin the meat. You just need the 22 to hit it right."
22 will make mush out of their brain, dude.
Yeah, well.
No, showed me right here in the fucking skull to hit him. And I felt bad at first. And he's like, "You're going to get some good meat out of this one."
You're going to get some real good meat.
But my aunt had one, man. Well, wild boar is good, Mike. But anyhow, my aunt, they had this big old pig, and it would just lay under the tree. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
we go out there, and that pig was gone. And I'm like, wow, what did they do with that pig? Where's it at? It ran away. And you know, this is me being an 8-year-old kid, right? I go in the house and this and that, and I said, "We can't find the pig." She goes, "Oh, he's around." And I said, "He is?" He goes, "Yeah." So later on, we was eating breakfast. And my uncle says, "See, you know, maybe that big old pig underneath that tree up there?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "That's what you're eating."
Well, for me, it was bad because it was one of those. It was a suckling pig. You know, we were doing the suckling pig for the luau, and I remember the next time I saw that pig, and I cried so hard when it died. So hard because I was young.
Ate the meat. He was like, "It tastes so good."
God, when I saw it again the next time, it actually had the apple because we had a company. My dad had somebody else cook it, right, and they brought it to us for the luau. Had the apple in its mouth and everything. Oh my God, it was so good. It was some of the best meat from a pork I've ever had. Just some of the best.
My brother lives in Crossville, Tennessee, and my nephews, they have dogs to hunt wild boar.
Oh yeah.
They kind of like mixed with a pit bull and something else. And these dogs will grab that boar by the ear, drag it down to the ground. And I guess I've never shot one because I've never hunted them. But I guess there's a plate that you got to shoot around them to kill them in their chest.
Really?
So if you don't shoot them in the right spot, you won't hurt the boar. Bullet will just come right off of it.
Well, I know that when I was in Hawaii, we helped some of the native islanders capture a boar by digging a pit and chasing it into that area so it could fall in the pit. Once it was in the pit, it was stuck, and then they killed it.
Right.
And then we got to go eat it with them a couple days later after it came out of the ground. from being, because they did the rocks and cooked it underground with banana leaves and all that. Oh, it's so good.
I didn't know you can eat raw boar. I thought that meat was bad.
Or, you have to cook it.
You have to cook it. And slow cooking.
I know boar, like raw boar, was a meat you could cook.
I would not eat raw any kind of pork because it can be deadly.
You don't eat pork raw.
My bad. Not raw. I didn't know you can eat boar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, boar is delicious. It's a pig. It's just a wild pig with tusks, and they're evil looking. And if they start chasing you, you better be quick because they're evil.
They definitely are. They're wild, so they have more muscle. Does the muscle affect the meat?
No, muscle is good meat. What do you think cow meat is? It's muscle.
Did you know you can take a tame pig and put it in the wild, and within a week or so, that pig will become a boar?
Yep.
Become wild.
It does not take long at all.
Pigs are very smart.
Chop it off, and it's going to grow a horn.
What?
Well, I don't know about all that, but it'll go wild.
They go wild, but
pigs can eat anything and survive.
I'm used to just German Shepherds being wild, even though they're a house dog.
German Shepherds are awesome.
Yeah, I love this dog. I'm trying
to remember what that coloring on that is called. I know we have a sable German Shepherd for coloring.
I don't know what kind of German Shepherd this is, but he's my best.
There's a lot of things you can hunt and this and that, but the thing about it is that wild boar is one thing that doesn't have a wild taste to it.
That's true.
Wild taste, ducks, they all got that wild taste to it. Boar it tastes just like pork.
You know what's great with boar or wild duck, because it does have that flavor, is if you take it and you just pretty much with wild duck, you're only going to eat the breast. That's all you're going to eat. Bacon wrapped. After a buttermilk soaking, bacon wrap that sucker.
So
good.
One thing I don't like about duck, and mostly I think it's like Canadian geese, they're greasy.
Oh God.
They're greasy.
I will say I have had a lot of really good duck in China. When I was in China, a lot of really good duck.
Look at if they know how to cook it though, that's why. But see, Mike says, if a boar chases you, better have moves.
Moves like Barry Sanders. I've been chased by a wild boar before. I've also woken up on the Big Island of Hawaii with hoof prints right next to my head. And these are boars that weigh like 300 to 500 pounds. If they step on you, you're done. They're just looking for food.
Oh,
they're so, but it's quiet because I've seen them when I've been awake and looking through night vision. I've seen them walking around, and they're so quiet and they're really careful too. They try not to wake people up.
They eat a lot of insects and stuff like that, so that's the thing, But
yeah, and they're really.
I'm gonna pop off here because I got to get some sleep. So I got to be working in the morning.
I probably need to as well.
And sorry about the confusion when I first got it because I didn't have everything all messed up. So I got it.
Hey, you got it working. We're good.
That's it.
So hopefully it'll continue working for you when you host and when you're in chat, because I like the new setup. I'm glad you're happy with it. I'm ready to get mine set up on my computer in my office so I can use that, but I got to find my camera.
All right. Well, you guys have a great night. I'll talk with y'all later on.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you guys have a good one. I'm about to head upstairs to eat anyway.
Oh, fine. Go eat. You got to cook first, don't you?
No, she told me she made enough chicken that she doesn't want the steaks cooked tonight.
Oh God, really? Get them back in the fridge then, and you're gonna want to get them off that salt because it's gonna be too much if you leave them in it.
I gotta get them off the salt. I was gonna cook them tomorrow morning, honestly, and have steak and eggs.
Well, yeah, okay, but you still want to get them off the salt though. It's too much.
What would it would dry them out too much?
Yeah. For that much time, shouldn't be in them that long, especially out of the fridge.
Isn't that how they do dry age?
No, that's how they cure ham. Yes, that's not how they dry age beef.
No, see, we're learning.
Yeah, you look it up. Google will have the answer.
So good. I'm gonna put the.
Let me see that dog again.
Right here, Ramo.
Oh, it's a good puppy.
Oh, he's hella good. He's
I need to get my dogs inside, actually.
Caitlin calls this dog crazy, but this dog's dope.
What?
He calls him a monster. And
Yeah, how is he a monster? Her dog's a monster. Her cane corso is a terrible dog.
It's a
Girl,
King Corso.
Come on.
Nick,
Come in.
Yeah.
Hey,
Cleveland is older.
I tell them to come in. They start running around the yard. Okay, here they come. Come on.
Fiona?
Get it on in there.
Anything less.
Fiona and a blue side by side. Here they are. Yep, my dogs are in. Come here, Fee.
I have a child with me as well.
Come here, Fee. There's Fiona.
Fifi?
Fee.
Nope. Bed. That's her spot.
Yep, that's her spot.
Where's Blue?
Blue's right here.
Oh, Blue, of
right,
course.
Right next to me.
Hi, Blue.
There she is.
Yeah,
And
we
that's
go
her spot.
on you. Your new name is light brown, dark brown.
Yeah, it's more red. It's red. She's light red, dark red.
Okay, well, she still has the defining line across her body.
I know, but she has those. She still has the bluest eyes. I tell you.
Well,
Yeah, it's a different way to drive beef.
Her
Yes.
summer coat shedding off, and you're getting hair all over your house.
Oh my God, her first winter coat shedding out, like in clumps now.
Okay, I remember when
Because-
I first went there.
It got cold for like 3 days, and her winter coat came in super heavy, and now it's warm again, and it's gonna get cold again. But
Rommel, beautiful. He's a good looking.
he's a
dude.
good boy. He's got the full black face too, doesn't he?
Yes. Besides around the eyes, but around
Yeah.
the eyes, it's a little bit different. He's actually
Uh-oh.
mostly black. Besides his
Oh.
feet.
Kenzie was all black,
Besides his feet.
except for her white spots. But she was a mix. She wasn't full German Shepherd.
He's full German. He's a good
She
dog.
was a mix.
Caitlin calls him a monster and a terrible dog. I'm like, no, your dog's a terrible dog.
That dog looks awesome.
Oh, he listens to me and everything. And when I came out back to smoke a cigarette for the first time, because Turbo had run out back to his grandma's house, so I realized I can't smoke out front. I got to smoke out back. So if Turbo tries to run to his grandma's, I'll catch him. First time I saw him, he ran around the corner. I was like, oh, shit.
Why can't you smoke out front?
I can. So out back, the only apartment the back stairwell goes to is his grandma's. So if I smoke out front and Caitlin's not home, Turbo will run out the house and go to his grandma, even though she's not home.
Gotcha. Well, you need to just quit smoking, and you don't have that problem.
Oh, I'll still have to go back and check on the Rommel.
I'm
Because
sure
her mom works, and I like to check on the Rommel.
Fiona stayed on the couch for all of 5 seconds. She is now in bed.
I'm sure with mom gone, you have more room.
No, because they both like to sleep on my side of the bed when mom's not here.
That's right. Caitlin is we got 5 kids. She is 4 of them are boys. So Ashlyn is the only girl that ever gets, or kid that she convinces me, or doesn't convince me, tells me she's sleeping in the bed. I'd be like, no. So last night, I went, Ashlyn's not sleeping in bed. Wyatt, the oldest, is sleeping in the bed with us. It's only fair. I went to the bed. I realized why Wyatt doesn't sleep in the bed. This kid was like sprawled across the whole mattress over. I had to lift him up and carry him to the bed. I went, I'm not even going to carry you to your own bed. We're just going to drop you in a random bed because you's heavy.
He's getting too old to be sleeping in bed with the parents.
I would say that, but Pops and Christine.
Yeah.
Harper, their child that is just as old as Wyatt, a year younger, got offered. Christine and Pops each offered $50 so she could sleep in her own bed for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Then her grandpa offered another $100. That is $200 for a 9-year-old to sleep in your own bed for 30 days.
I know how that went over in my house.
She still hasn't done it. She's like, the money ain't worth it. I
Oh,
can't do
no,
it.
the money would be worth it. Money's
Bro,
worth it.
Me and Brayden went for $200. We will sleep in the dog kennel for 30 days.
Yeah, by the time I was 7 years old, I had my own queen-size bed. Of course, I slept in it.
But
That's the worst part. Wyatt and Ashlyn have their own queen size bed.
Yep. And now I have a king size, and it's not big enough.
No.
I need something bigger than we need a bigger than king. We need an XL.
I knew because my feet hang off of them. But
you need a California king then.
Yeah,
I'm so used to.
No,
I don't know if it'd be comfortable because I'm so used to my feet hanging off of a bed now that I don't like a bed board at the bottom because my feet hang off, and I'm honestly grown accustomed to that. I don't know how I'd feel if the blankets covered my whole legs and my feet didn't hang off.
Trust me, you can definitely get back to it.
You get
With
used
a queen,
to it
my
real
feet
quick.
Yep. With a queen, my feet hang off too.
And his feet are huge too. They're monstrous. They're like this big. They're huge.
Who, me or Nate?
You.
Not mine.
No.
You got what, size 15?
I do have size 15.
And they're wides too, aren't they?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, he's got monstrous feet. He's got like almost Shaquille O'Neal feet, but not quite.
My buddy's
No,
got
no,
feet
what,
like
size 18?
Yeah, see, almost, not quite.
I'm right at that size where they don't offer tennis shoes and cool colors. I'm
I'm
like,
at the
size
size
too
where,
big.
I have to ask the store politely, do you guys carry size 15? No, we don't. I'm going to go online. And that's why I wore Romeo's, and I'm not going away from Romeo's. And then my girl just showed me some slippers she wanted the other day, Ugg slippers. She's like, they have size 15 Uggs for you, males. And I looked at her, and I went online, and I found out they make slippers for Georgia Boot. Romeo has a slipper.
They do make a slipper.
And I went, these are the slippers I want. I'm not going away from these shoes. It's like, what do you mean? I was like, my whole life, I've chose the shoe and stuck to it. I used to be DC. They went down.
Romeo? You mean these?
Oh, yeah.
Except mine are much smaller than yours. Mine are only 11s.
They're not much smaller because every time I took my shoes off in your living room, you're convinced they were yours until you walked up.
They're size 11s. They're 4 sizes smaller. They look exactly the same. Mine are so worn out.
Say something.
Look at the front of them. These are old. They used to have something on the bottom. You know?
Only 12. He wears a size 18.
Kids.
He's 13. And dinner's done. He does.
Dinner's done.
I want to know who is still in the chat. If you're still in the chat, just type something. Because I think there's still 3 people watching.
Oh. So what did I miss from the beginning? What projects are you doing? You always do the recap, and I missed it.
The recap? The recap is I haven't worked on anything. I haven't done anything to my car in, 3 weeks now?
3 weeks.
Hey, I was hoping for some change.
I was hoping for it too, and then I get home after work every day, and I'm in so much pain I can't stand it.
Ugh.
I want to do it this weekend. I told my wife that by the time she got back from Minnesota, which was supposed to be Sunday at that point, that I'd have my car done, and she laughed, and then I laughed with her because I knew I was lying. I would love to have it done. She's not coming home till Tuesday now, so now I have a chance. I have a whole weekend coming up. Maybe I can get it done.
Don't lie to yourself.
If I'd had my son Jacob come down from Tennessee, oh wait, he moved, bastard.
About honestly, Dad, like I love all my kids. Say hi.
I know. Hi. How old is she now?
Ashton, how old are you? Tell him. You know? You're not 3. You're in kindergarten. How old are you? She's 7.
She's 7? How is she 7 in kindergarten?
Because I just started school.
Could it be 6?
I just started school.
She's 7 now, but she was a month away.
Oh, okay. So she's 7. She just turned 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, 7. Yeah, because she was a month away and missed it. Had to start when she was 6 instead of 5.
My graduation year is 2016, but I was the last day of Washington to let in school my age. Like if I was born a day
And
later,
do you remember? You probably don't remember. They asked to actually advance you past, I think, third grade, to skip a grade from second.
Yeah.
And your mom said no, and it's a good thing we did because you were an idiot.
I wasn't in school. I was just fine in, Joe. Just growing up. And
You were
learning
fine until you got to be like a teenager or a preteen, and you decided, fuck that shit.
I can still do school stuff.
Buddy?
No, that's my dad. That's my dad.
No, you said that.
That one, Nate.
This one right here,
buddy.
That one's Nate. That's Nate.
No, she goes, "Is that your buddy?"
You said it was your buddy.
I've never met Nate in person, but hey, Nate, I did meet somebody down here at the racetrack who lives up in upstate New York. I don't remember what state. His name is. He's a Brawler 347 5.0.
I looked up his YouTube channel. I think. When did you say that? Was that like Saturday or something?
That was last week.
Okay, I caught the very end. I think I got on right as you're getting ready to get off, or I didn't even make it on.
And I don't remember exactly where he said he lived, but it was upstate New York. And you know, he's made a couple of videos since he's been back up. But I watched all the ones leading up to when I met him. You know, the ones when he was going down there because he hadn't been able to test his car, and he ended up down here, and he was going to test it in Huntsville because he used to live there. And Huntsville had shut down. You know, Huntsville shut down last year.
5.0. I'm gonna look.
It's Brawler 347 5.0.
It was still in my recent search.
Yeah, and really nice guy. He's older than I am, and the card was really nice. I don't think I've gotten a short up yet that's got his car in it because he didn't start running until later in the day.
Did he say any tracks that he goes to up here?
He did not. Not to me anyway. And if he did, I don't remember because, you know, I was probably sober at the time. Yeah, I was at a track. I wasn't racing. So I was drinking Michelob though, the Ultra. I was drinking Ultra. So I only drank about a 6-pack that day. But that was the whole day. I drank a 6-pack of Ultra Light. That stuff like water.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me either. I can drink a case of it and we're in good
It's better than drinking water all day because, you know, I break up the water. So, you know, I get bored with water sometimes because that's all I normally drink is right here, water.
I'm kind of curious what track he goes to and if he's around me because, like, there's no really good tracks around here. Like, I go to one and it's like falling into itself.
Where?
I can't remember the name of it. It used to be Empire State. I can't remember what it is now. I've been to it once. Street Outlaws came years ago. And
wow. So you do more road course, don't you?
Yeah.
Or do you do
right
more
now,
road?
Anything.
You just do more road driving.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to do road course because I'm not far from Watkins.
Oh, see, I'd love to go to Watkins. I'd love to. It's a beautiful track.
I love it.
But I need to get my Focus done for that because that's my track car. My Mustang is not really set up for that anymore.
So a lot of the road course racing I see guys do, a lot of the tracks are relatively flat, aren't they?
Got this in my face.
Oh.
I just brought her in and she wants to go back out. It is 10:30 at night. You're not going back out. You're done. You're done. You're done. Dogs. You've been out for hours. Just lay down. Go to bed.
Yeah,
she gets locked up in the kennel all day, so I understand. I feel for her. I feel bad doing it, but she eats stuff if she's not locked up.
Let me see what racetracks are even around here. Like, I've been to that one. I know there's another drag strip up by up around Rochester because I see cars going. They'll be just all of a sudden.
I think Rochester. Well, no, Rochester's the place my job was working last, but I was supposed to be at, and I didn't make it because I left there. But I think he lives in that area.
Spencer Speedway.
Oh, I know Spencer. I know that name. Did you see that Sacramento Raceways in California? I don't know if you follow tracks. Sacramento Raceway. It's been around for 53 years. Shutting down this year because Sacramento, the county, has pushed them to the point where they can't operate anymore. They won't give them the permits.
That's what they want to do. They're not going to make you. Well, that's the thing is everybody said
they've been fighting for 20 years plus now on this. The family that owns it, they've been fighting for 30 plus years to keep that track open. And they finally
that's the same thing.
And this is a county where the people vote for these people. And I'm like, you know what? No, you should. The government shouldn't be able to do that.
The thing is,
I
bullshit. Huh?
I don't agree with takeovers, but like you keep doing this everywhere, every city across.
No, it's not. So takeovers aren't the drag racers. They aren't the true drag racers. They might be we go to the track every now and then. Takeovers are bad, but street racing is going to go up everywhere they shut down tracks. Street racing is always on the rise. And yes, true drag racers will not go and do street racing most of the time.
You ever done street racing?
I can't hear you, Jacob. You're breaking up.
You're speaking good Spanish.
Have you ever done a street race?
Yes, I have.
I have not. I've never had anything fast enough. I say that I've done it and beat her.
I have, and I've lost almost every one of them.
No, I won my son. Versus F-150. I was on my way to DriftCon, and we street raced. We both went a roll from 30.
So every time I lost one was back when my Mustang was stock, and I was always racing automatics.
We both lost because when we were done racing, we went around the corner. There were cops right there, and they got both of our speeds. And I pulled over at 110 miles an hour, and the truck behind me was probably doing like 110 as well. And he went, "What are you guys doing?" I was like, "I was like, yeah, I'm street racing." I knew I was going to jail.
I'd look at him and go, "I was trying to pass this bastard. He kept speeding up."
No, I literally said everything, bro. That's honesty. It goes a long way.
Why are you breaking up so bad, Jacob?
I don't know. I'm near the Wi-Fi.
It's only you.
Is it only me?
No, it's only Jacob.
Can you guys?
That's what I'm saying. Why are you breaking up? Yeah, we're breaking up, Jacob. It's over between us.
Oh no! But the cop told me, honesty goes a long way. He came back, handed me my ticket, which was like a $800 ticket.
Oh!
And then I watched the truck behind me get arrested.
Oh, wow.
And the cop did look at me and goes, "You are lucky I'm not towing your car right now."
Okay, no shit.
And you're not going to jail because the speed limit is 50.
Yeah, anything 30 over is.
I was doing 6 over.
That's
50.
why I said anything 30 over is usually impound and arrest.
Nope.
In Washington State.
That was nice. He looked at me as well and goes, "I'm not even going to get you a seatbelt ticket because you don't even have your seatbelt on." And I was like, "I just took it off." He goes, "Bud, before I gave you this ticket, your seatbelt wasn't on."
Yeah, I know you. You're an idiot. You don't wear your seatbelt.
No, I fixed the song. It didn't beep at me anymore.
Looks like they've revamped this track to where it isn't like falling into itself.
Hey, but I drove and managed DriftCon.
Which one?
Empire Dragway.
Okay, Empire. So I know a lot of drag strips by name because I've looked them up. I couldn't believe Atco sold out this year in Jersey.
Do you know racetrack that has been selling or told us we were going to sell and I was the most heard about was Houston, Texas.
The one that's gone now? You mean where Texas 2K used to take place?
It's 2K. Like that drag race, it made money and everything. They just got offered too much money for the racetrack.
Yeah, and that's just bullshit. Just bullshit. It's so
the last Texas 2K was super sad because people were crying in it.
Yeah, because it was the last year and they knew it. It was right after Texas 2K that they started tearing it down.
Yeah, they knew it was the last race. The next day they started tearing it down.
Yeah, right after. It's crazy. It's all these good tracks are going away and they wonder why people are street racing. Well, you take away the one place we can race legally.
if I was the owner of the Houston drag strip, I would have sold for the money they were offered. I'm not gonna lie, they were offering too much.
I get it because you're a little bitch.
Money. All right. Well, you say you grow up like your parents, so it makes sense.
You must be following after your mom.
I said we said bitch, not like a. No.
Don't go there. Don't go.
I'm a hungry person.
I wonder how many people break the rules in a strictly street class anymore. This is why I never really want to go to tracks, because everybody always finds that gray area or hidden stuff anymore.
So I could race in a street class if I really want to, because my car is basically a street car. It's totally legal, except it doesn't have insurance now. If they're checking for insurance, I can't do it. And I wouldn't even, if they say you have to have insurance to run this, I'm not doing it because I don't have, insurance. I have tags. It is registered, but I don't have insurance on it, so I can't drive it on the road.
It's my mom is now blocked on everything, but I'll tell you why later, not in the chat, Dad.
What?
My mom is now blocked on everything because she did something that irritated me.
Oh, you can send that to me on text.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, not chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there really isn't much to it. I mean, yours fits underneath of it.
I have exhaust that goes all the way to the rear.
Yep.
I have tabs. I'm full in interior's completely there. It is still a street car.
The interior.
I'm just saying, still a street car. What keeps me out of most classes where I run is my tire size. I'm running 315s, and almost everything wants 275s or 285s at the most. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's great and all if I'm running a 15-inch tire or wheel, but I'm running an 18-inch wheel or 17 and 18-inch wheels. I can't get the sidewall play.
DOT tires, that's it. No size requirement. Front and rear.
Hey, you did good at Fort Hollyfest. You did good until you red lit.
I know, and I would have lost that one anyway because it wasn't engaging.
No, it was your clutch.
I lost. I wasn't.
It did, no, it didn't
or anything.
Your
I couldn't believe I even made it down the track. Huh?
You because you were going off your clutch engagement.
Yeah,
your shit engaged 10 times faster than it is engaged that whole night.
No shit, it did, didn't it? The last run, my clutch decided it would actually work on the launch when I did it early on purpose because it hadn't been. But then it didn't hold the whole way down, and I had trouble even getting into the spot to be able to get my time slip because I was having to rev it up to like 6,000 RPM to get it to move.
I know. I walked back to the trailer, and you were telling me get the winch out. We're probably gonna have to winch this on.
I didn't.
It cooled down enough to barely get on the trailer.
Barely, and it's still sitting there, still in the trailer.
You haven't taken it out since then?
No. I started it yesterday.
All right, don't worry. I'll get a truck that could come tow your trailer and that car with that new clutch that you have. I'll do the clutch at my house.
Yeah, no, you won't. You can't afford that.
I can afford to go there and back with it.
No, you can't afford trying to take that out of my yard without getting shot 3 times.
Oh, I was like, I have a 2-post lift. I can use it anytime downstairs from my house.
I have a quick jack. Big deal.
Yeah, a quick jacks don't get it high enough for those transmissions to get out.
Yeah, but I can put it up on the quick jack, drop it down on some jack stands, and then lift it up even higher, throw it on the race rack.
He's over here like, so I have a jack. Okay, the jacks will do it.
I have 3 jacks, actually I have 4 jacks and 4 6-ton jack stands that I can put it up on that, throw the race ramp, wheel cribs under that, lower it on that, and take it out.
I want those race ramps, bro. I looked at the prices. Like, I don't even know how my dad bought these. The fuck?
They were literally half the price that they are now.
But they're super light and.
Oh my God, those things are super light. They're so expensive.
Do you know what finally healed last week, Dad?
What?
My last cut on my hips from doing that.
What you looking at, Nate?
I'm just looking through to see what tracks are even remotely near me.
Now, did you know Atco Dragway in Jersey?
No.
It's a big quarter mile track. Been around forever. It was the one, if you know who Stang Mode is, it's the one he used to use all the time. But I knew of Atco before I ever watched his channel because it was a track that'd been around for a long time in the Northeast. And it ran for a long period of the year, depending on the weather. You know, if they could keep it open, they did. It was a great track, and it closed in the middle of the season. They shut it down. Sold it. It was sold. It had been sold like 6 months prior, and they didn't tell anybody. In the middle of the season, it just shut down, gone.
That's
and they sold off all their stuff. So now it's just a track with like the bleachers are gone, everything's gone because they sold it all to other tracks.
That's ridiculous.
It is, and they didn't tell anybody until they did it. And I'm like, how do you do that? People were coming to the track that weekend, and it was shut down.
That's not right.
No, it's not. And that was a greed thing. That really was. The track owners being super greedy. And somebody wanted to buy it and paid them that amount, that certain amount of money, and they sold it. And 6 months later, when they shut it down to do the transfer over, you know, it was 6 months. They'd sold it 6 months prior and didn't tell anybody they'd sold it.
That's not right.
No. Because they had a full calendar that year, and they just stopped it in the middle of the year. That was this year.
This
the
is
23 season. What's that?
It's the woman in the picture, that's her husband's drag car.
Okay.
I forget what class he runs, but he goes all over.
That is a nice looking car, though. Is that a Mach 1?
No, it's a 67 Camaro. He calls it the Pulverizer because his last name's Pulver.
Oh, okay. I could barely see it. I'm sorry, I'm blind.
It's, well,
That's a Camaro?
But he goes all over. I probably should get with him.
Yeah.
He'll go every track around here, but he'll pack up and leave on a Thursday, and he goes down to Maple Grove in PA.
He must be retired.
Big tracked. Yeah.
He must be retired and have money.
They're both were military. They retired. Kim still works, and he's retired.
Yeah, it must be retired. Being retired and actually having money must be nice.
She's actually still working because he's got some medical issues that they're paying for.
So
But
she's working. But if he's retired military, shouldn't he have insurance?
I don't know.
Like full military insurance?
I would think.
I know it's gotten worse over the years. It's gotten to where they don't get what they used to.
And they don't, because I have a dude that is one of my good friends, Nas. He is retired out of the military with benefits because he got hurt in the military at a training.
Okay, so he didn't retire. He got an early out due to medical.
Yeah,
not retirement.
Training went wrong, and he got hit by it was a grenade.
Yeah, that's not retirement though. That's a little bit different.
Okay, well, they don't give him shit.
Yeah, well, I didn't get anything from military either, even though this back issue I'm having started in the military.
You got a VA loan.
I can get VA loans, but that's different. Any person who served can get that.
They won't give him a VA loan because he's only on his retirement and can't walk anymore. So he can't work.
Yeah, you can't get a loan if you don't have any way to pay it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If you're in the military, get hurt, like you can't walk anymore on a training, I feel like they should give you enough retirement.
How long was he in the military?
8 years.
8 years? Now, did they deem that? They probably deemed that he's the one that caused the issue.
I thought he said he was in for a year.
Yeah, I thought he was said when he said training.
Years,
I thought he meant training like basic training.
It definitely was his fault, but I don't care if it's your fault or not.
Yeah, but that makes a difference. If you did something stupid you shouldn't have done, that's your fault. They shouldn't have to pay for your stupidity.
No, it doesn't. Okay, but at the same time, So I agree with you, but I disagree at the same time. Where if you get hurt outside randomly, you fall and you break your wrist or anything, you can get jailed for that. If they want to take you,
You
that's
can't. Yeah, they don't do that bullshit. They say that just to try and keep people from doing stupid shit.
Yes.
They don't, but they can.
Oh, they could, but it would have to be such an extreme circumstance. I remember I served, Jacob. I know how it works.
Well, it's just like
And
any job.
It was like
injured,
we
they
get
can
in
get
trouble
rid
for
of you.
playing football. You know, like we get in trouble for playing football because you get hurt playing football. You know, because we'd play full contact. We didn't care. But they never pushed it. They just like, you guys need to stop doing that. Even though we'd come in hurt.
Well,
You know,
that
like
also
jamming.
brings me to my thing earlier that I didn't get to say because you guys were talking, because you are talking about the profit and everything. Why the fuck? I do follow NFL now because I enjoy it.
I don't.
Finally, well, besides the point, how is the NFL still non-profit?
The NFL isn't non-profit. It
They
should
still
not
are.
be non-profit.
They
I don't
still are
know because they greased enough fucking palms in the government so that they could stay that way.
they're still non-profit. Like the
Yeah.
fuck?
They're the only
You're
ones.
Profit.
You're
They're
your
the only.
third. Your lowest person that is a third string linebacker is paid $750,000 a year just to do nothing but train.
Well, that has nothing to do with the NFL itself, who makes billions a year. They profit billions a year. The NFL.
You can make money and
because-
still be non for profit.
and they're not. They're non-profit,
But-
which is BS. So they don't pay taxes on it.
The NHL, hockey league is for profit.
So is the NBA.
baseball
So is
and
the
Yeah,
baseball.
baseball.
They all gave it up willingly. They gave it up. Every one of those gave it up because they all have the nonprofit thing, except for the NFL. They won't
and-
give it up,
still nonprofit.
and that should change because they are for profit. They make a fucking over $1 billion a year. That is definitely for profit.
I think each team makes that damn near.
Well, that's the thing is, if you think about it, I mean, if they're non for profit, there's zero reason why they should be non for profit. But that would explain why everybody's getting new stadiums consistently.
No. But the problem is those new stadiums are paid for by the cities that build the
That's true.
stadium.
Yes.
We're having that argument
It's
here.
tax money that goes into that, and
Nope,
that is
nope.
complete
No, they
bullshit.
pay at least because they get everything for like the Taylor Swift concert type shit. Because Taylor Swift concert out in Seattle caused an earthquake.
Really?
A low earthquake. But at the same time, I was like, you guys, the Seahawks, when they play here, causes earthquakes.
Here's what I hate.
What?
Here's what I hate about government so much. So, like you said, it completely made sense because 2 years ago or 3 years, however long ago the election was for governors, I think it was 2022. Kathy Hochul was touting about how she's going to create jobs because they're going to build a new Buffalo Bills stadium, and we're going to build casinos in the city of New York City.
Oh, you're in New York?
He's running against. And he was like, you've got to be. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, yeah, you're going to create jobs until those buildings are built and all these things are done, and there's no jobs. And you're going to collect money and make people more poor from the casinos for the people that can't stay out of them.
Yeah, no shit.
Yep.
Whose pockets are getting lined here?
The government.
Yeah,
Always.
The richer keeps getting rich and the poor keep getting poor.
Poor, because the poor keep letting the rich do it.
Yeah,
It
we do.
becomes the government.
We do. It's all on us.
It's not even about, I will give you, yes, there's a saying that money can't buy happiness. At the same time, I'd rather cry in a Lamborghini than anything else. But at the same, at the same time, I had money when I was living in Tennessee, but I moved out here with my kids where I don't have a job, but I have enough money to buy cigarettes and everything. I find more happiness chilling with my kids every day.
You know what? I live in New York State. I make six figures, and I would make 25% less to move back to Pennsylvania. To be
I know
because I still don't know people here.
My girl makes enough money to pay for the house, but like I watch all 5 of the kids every day. Man, I have fun with them though. Like it doesn't.
Imagine what it would cost to pay for childcare.
I like cars and I like drag racing. You know that, and I have real fun with my dad drag racing. Yes, I wish I could do that with my kids at the same time, like have my kids and just leave for a weekend. But if
I
it
really wish you could be here to help me. So, you know,
if it came down to it, man, my kids, I just have so much fun with them and laugh with them enough that it doesn't matter. It's not about money to me anymore. It's about having fun with my kids.
People at my job, like, money's great, but like,
I miss the money I made in Washington. And unfortunately, when I moved here, prices went up so much that I'm paying as much to live here as I did in Washington.
Washington's gone up just as much, and you don't even.
Well, I understand that,
but
but
you
what
took
I'm
a pay
saying
cut.
is,
That's the
I
difference.
took a huge pay cut to move here
Yep.
because
Yeah,
it was
but
cheaper to live here
I'll give you that, but if you didn't,
until I moved
cut,
here,
you
and then it
got
became
the
more
same raise.
expensive.
You
And
even
so
got
it didn't work out the way it was supposed
gas.
to, Jacob.
It is $4.20 a gallon for regular gas out here,
Well, I understand that, but I'm
and that's
saying
at the
is,
cheapest gas station you could find.
what I was expecting was for it to be as cheap as it was to live here. I was willing to take that pay cut
Because you weren't going to
You're
spend as much.
talking a $45,000+ a year pay cut.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Like
how
more
much-
than that, actually, it was over 50.
your work wouldn't give you enough raise to fucking afford out here. You would have been probably taking that same.
But my
pay
work
cut.
was doing that. They were pretty good about doing that. They hadn't been in the past, but the last couple of years I worked there, they were good about it. Dude,
Okay,
I got a
well, I mean, it's still
14%. I got a
ridiculous.
14% pay raise one year.
I
to help.
have a buddy, my buddy Scott Palmer. He keeps saying to me once a week, even because he knows I live out here. He'd be like, $40 under the table, Jacob, under the table. Come work for me. And I'll be like, no, I'm with my kids. I can't.
What was that you said? Hey,
I'm trying to think now. Gone.
Oh my bad.
gone.
Squirrel.
Hey Nate, how old are you?
32.
Yeah.
He's as old as my baby mama.
Oh, trying to think.
25 is a good age.
Yeah, it was, but 23 was better.
Oh, weren't you saying, I think maybe it was last week's live, and I was just listening to the end. You were talking about you're with the company you have right now. You got to be there for a certain amount of time before you can get out.
It was 1 year. I've already been here that long.
Have you looked around and seen what else is around?
Yeah, I have.
I'm sure. I'm a dumb question, but I still have to ask.
I have, and I'd be taking pay cuts even more. Damn. My company's actually, for a small company, pays really well around here. Unless I could do an hourly type job where I could do the physical work I used to, and I can't.
That's
I
the
mean,
big thing.
I'm restricted because my body's given up on me.
Yeah, you're not a spring chicken.
No.
We all get
No.
old at some point.
No, and my body feels like it's like way older than it actually is. So, other issues, it's just what it is.
The thing that sucks about all of everything that's going on is nothing will ever go back down. Everybody says, "Oh, we're gonna fix it." You're not ever gonna fix it. You're never gonna go back the way it was. You may slow it. That's
We
all.
wanted to go back down to the gas prices of 99 cents a gallon for, regular gas. It hadn't been that since what, 1989, 90? Or not, I'm sorry, 1990, 95, 96 was the last time in Washington State that we got that cheap of gas, because that's when my kids were born.
Gas is the only thing that ever goes up and down. Everything else goes up and stays up. It may come down this much,
but it's not.
But it's gone up
to what it was, because that company's getting used to paying their CEO $5 billion, and he can't live without that.
Yep. That's the thing, is when everything's in an economical downturn, businesses always thrive off of it. I remember, so I was talking, who was I talking to? I was talking to my Uncle Jim. Back in 2013, when I started this job, I was looking at F-150s. The EcoBoost just came out. The 5.0 wasn't very old. I wanted a truck. I was looking for a year-old truck. I wasn't willing to pay $27,000 for a truck that was a year old with 23,000 miles on it, because that was about the going price that I could find for not anything special, XLT, standard options. The guy I ended up working with had an 11. It was in 13. So it's 2 years old with an EcoBoost XLT. Paid 28 for it.
Yeah.
That same truck now, you're going to buy a 5-year-old truck with 110,000 or more miles on it for the same price.
Yeah. No
if
shit.
not more.
It's crazy. It is crazy. That's why I need to sell my truck, because it's still worth 90 plus. I don't want to sell it. God, I love that truck. That truck is beautiful. That truck is so nice. And I'm looking at other trucks that I'd have to be able to buy because I need to stay under 30 grand. And it's like, will they even be able to tow my car reliably? You know, I'm so used to what I have now that I just hit the cruise control, and if somebody gets in front of me, it slows down for me. And you know, if my butt starts hurting, I turn the massage seats on. And you know, I have a really nice truck.
Yeah.
I have a really nice truck.
And it's a shame that somebody that's worked your entire goddamn life can't fucking have something like that.
But I own it. I own it outright. I've owned it outright since like 3 months after I bought it.
Okay.
And
but
now
you need to recoup some of that money so you can fucking keep going.
So I could pay other stuff off because I'm falling in the hole because I have more bills than I have income.
Yep.
Because you know, I'm used to not only did I take a pay cut, but in this state there's a state income tax. And do you know what they did to me the year I moved here when I filed my taxes? And they took taxes. They said I owed them, and I'm like, but I didn't live here until that January. I don't owe you taxes, but they took them anyway.
That's ridiculous.
They're like, you got to prove it to us. I'm like, no, I don't. You have everything. You know I don't owe you, but they took them anyway. It was over $200.
I know people that worked right across or lived in Pennsylvania, a biomed. He worked in PA. His wife worked in New York State, but they both live in PA.
Yeah.
New York State was taking income tax or taking tax from her paycheck. PA was taken from her paycheck, and New York State was allowed to take from his paycheck too.
That's
exactly what it is. He said, "You might as well quit working. We'll have more money." He made her quit. He said, "You're going to have to find a job in PA." He said, "We're not doing this. We're paying entirely too much in taxes. We will bring home more if you just quit working, and you can stay at home." It was ridiculous. I forget.
So I know it's funny because there's a state income tax here in Alabama, but not in Tennessee. If I lived in Tennessee, which I almost did, I found a couple of houses up there I wanted to buy and worked here, I'd have to pay Alabama state taxes. If I worked in Tennessee and lived in Alabama, I'd have to pay Alabama state taxes. How the fuck does that work?
I don't get it because, like me, my company's based out of Tampa or Indiana. Yeah. It's not based out of New York, but I pay New York taxes, so it isn't based off of where the company's based.
It should be, though. It should be.
Tennessee is the best thing ever because I've seen so many YouTubers move to Tennessee just for the tax reasons.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I know a bunch of people that moved to West Virginia because they say they have no taxes. Well, I got news for you. They have taxes too. They're just differently. You're going to pay tax on your dog every year. You pay tax on your car every year. Ohio does it too. It's ridiculous.
Well, we do that here. I have to pay on my car every year, taxes. I'm like, why do I have to pay taxes on my car every year?
I find it the dumbest thing on planet.
I already paid taxes for it. I shouldn't have to pay taxes again.
Oh, real quick. Tennessee makes you buy new plates a year. Every year. When you get a
new plates every year. That's
every year.
New York State just
all about money. Whatever they say that we got away from the taxation, no taxation without representation. Well, now we have representation that doesn't do what we want.
No,
so how is that representation?
England
and those people are exempt from all the taxes they put on everybody else.
But here's the thing as well. They're trying to take your gun rights away. That is the same reason we had the fucking Second
They will
Amendment.
not take my gun rights away. I will take them away.
The Second Amendment was
the Second Amendment was to keep us from being able to be overtaken by tyranny. That's basically it. They want to argue, well, a militia, a well-formed militia, that's the government. No, that's not. You need to look at what they wrote when they wrote it. Meant something different than what you're thinking now. And I watch a lot of 2A channels, so I'm not going to get into this now.
Yeah, the government's taking over again.
I get really irritated by that, but they'll take my guns away over my cold, dead corpse.
I don't.
That's when they'll take them away.
They'll never come for your guns. All they'll do. Here's what they do. And this is what the government's good for. Oh yeah, we're gonna come take your guns. No, you're not, because you all be dead. Here's what they'll do. Oh, okay, we can't come get them. We'll just run ammo through the moon to where no one can afford it.
No shit.
Or they do.
I do remember.
That's another conspiracy thing that I believe in. They start with these, we're going to take the guns away. What's everybody do? They go buy all the ammo off the shelf. Guess what? They never come and take your guns. I swear that's a ploy for them to get money out of the tax for you going to buy all the ammo you can buy.
I do remember when COVID hit, I was paying before COVID hit. I was paying for buckshot 12 gauge. I was paying $10 for $10 the cheapest 25 rounds. I was paying $9. That was after tax.
Sweetie,
and then COVID hit. I was paying fucking $3 a piece for each shell.
Oh, hey Jacob, hold on 1 second. Sweetie, how did you lose it? Did you lose it at the hospital or at the clinic? How did you lose your eye mask? I'm trying to ask. Colleen's in the chat, so I'm trying to ask her a question.
I see. That's why.
What's up, Mom?
Yeah.
Ooh.
If she's awake and she decides to call me, I will shut this live stream down.
Absolutely. I wouldn't expect her to
Oh,
do it.
that sucks, sweetie. Is it the bug-eyed one that you've had forever? And hopefully you found another one that was the same. And is it going to arrive here or there? She said something to you, Jacob.
Oh, hold on. I'll go to chat. Love you too, Jacob. I love you too.
Oh, at home. Well, that's not going to do you any good there, sweetie. You know what? This has been running for 3 hours now. I do think I need to shut it down because I do need to go to bed. It's only 11 o'clock.
It's 9.
It's 11 here, though.
12 where I'm at.
I have to be up at 5 something in the morning to take care of the dogs and go to work.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Mom, okay? I gotta get probably 8 tomorrow when the kids wake up.
Are they not in school?
2 of the 5 are.
Yeah, so you got to get up for that.
No, Caitlin works at 4. She drops them off, the 2 that go to school. All right, she usually does. This morning, I got woken up at 4 a.m. yelling, "Take me to work so you can drive the kids to school." You know what? That's probably happening tomorrow. I probably honestly got to get up at 4 a.m. as well.
Yeah, probably. You should probably go to bed sooner than later. But
I'm gonna hop off here.
All right, well,
catch you both later. Thanks for having me on. And
hopefully I'll see you next week. Remember, it's 8 o'clock Central Time, so that would be 9 o'clock your time.
It is 9 o'clock my time.
Every Wednesday. I'm pretty good at it.
As long as my hallway's done, we'll be in better shape. That's and trying to get
your hallway.
I started. I think I talked to you Saturday. Were you on Saturday?
Yeah, I was.
I started working on it Saturday. We decided we were going to do it. Sunday was a NASCAR race, so we started on it Monday. It's in primer right now, so it should be done hopefully by the end of the week.
Are you doing floors?
No.
Walls.
All the walls, all the switches. I added 3 recessed lights.
I hate drywall. I can do drywall and I can set it really well and do texture really well and paint really well. But I hate all 3 of those things more than anything else.
I hate them all.
I hate them all. I
don't even like doing the recessed can lights. So can lights suck. So you got them on a 3-way switch, right?
Yeah, it had 2 lights that were just globes, one at the one end of the hallway, one at the other. So what I did is took those out. So they make recessed lights now. You don't have to use the cans. They're literally 2 spring clips. You stick
clips that clip in.
Right.
Yeah, those are called
LED stuff. They're still called can lights, whether they're cans or not.
Recessed lights. You would never know the difference.
You wouldn't know the difference, and they look fine. They look great.
Yep,
they do, but
2-way switch.
They
3-way switch.
they also have the switch up top so you can choose your light.
Correct. Yep. You can collect it. You can change the color tip.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You fuck one of those up, bro? You're mad at yourself. You turn on the light of a customer's house, and all of a sudden one's different. You're like, God damn it! Like,
Well, that's what's nice about the wings. You just pull it down out and flip the switch and put it back.
You
in.
know, I used to do all that stuff back when it was all halogen, when they switched to the halogens.
Yep.
And those were still super high heat, so they were in the cans and everything. The LEDs didn't come out until way after
I never understood the idea of why do we have these ridiculous cans. I never thought about the heat from them.
Yeah, it's the heat. That's why they have the cans.
My dad retrofitted all his. He was like, man,
Okay,
well,
I'm
make retrofit kits.
Later, Jacob. Have a good one.
I'll catch you all next week.
Okay, I will catch you all next week. Everybody who came in, thanks for coming. Thanks for being in the chat. Thanks for being on the live. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.
Yeah,
We are out of here.
Out of here.
Maybe. 1,